So a little bit better field position here for the Ramblers. Shotgun pass. That ball is caught. It will be well short of the first down. That is number 14, Owen Hewitt. It'll be 4th and about 5 here for Boyne City as it appears the punt team will come on the field.
Yeah, once again, want to give a shout-out to our expert cameraman, Ryan Bentley and Ron Lujan. Ryan up in the stands, Ron on the sideline. A monumental 3-and-out that the Gladiators just forced there on that opening defensive possession. If you're just now joining us, it was an interception on the first play from scrimmage that gave the Ramblers the ball, but they were unable to do it and strand it as this punt, did it hit?
A little squib. A little squib punt. It will actually end up being pretty good there, Charles, down about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and one of those things when they have punts like that, you need to be very, very cautious as a punt team or punt return team that it doesn't, catch you in the back or on the shoulder pad or on the helmet. Because if it does, then it's a live ball, and it will give Boyne City an opportunity to recover and then possess the football. So let's see what the Gladiators come out with here on this second possession of the game.
If you're Traverse City, Charles, you actually have to be feeling pretty good right now. Honestly, the first play worked. We had the wide out open. Unfortunately, could not. Perhaps nerves there. Last game of the year. I know I'm nervous. Everybody else is, I'm sure. However, we instantly get a 3-and-out. There's encroachment. Got it.
Yeah, well, I think the defense is a little nervous, too.
They're a little jumpy. That appeared to be, was that 53 for Boyne City?
Yeah, that going against the Ramblers, that will be
I don't have a 53 on my roster, but I like it.
We'll wait for the PA announcer to clue us in here.
We have no 50, a mystery man out there, but
There's
I like
1st and 5 handoff to Harrison Shepard, and he spun down after about a 1-yard gain. This will be 2nd down and roughly 4 yards for the Gladiators. So they've had 2 plays from scrimmage. If you're just now tuning in, the first play from scrimmage was a tipped ball interception. They just tried to hit a little seam pass, and it was a high throw, but it was tipped.
Certainly catchable.
And, anytime you have a ball that's tipped like that, it spells disaster, as there's a handoff off left tackle and a nice Boyne City play made in the backfield for no gain on the play.
Both defenses showing their fangs a little bit here early, Charles.
Yeah, that was a really well-read play by the Boyne City defense and linebacking unit.
Absolutely.
To get in there to make that stop. Here's Tyler Endress in a gun 2-back set. 3rd and 3, yeah.
Absolutely. Another 3rd down here early.
This is a design quarterback keeper. Endress has the corner.
Got it.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down and then some. So that'll move the chains. It'll be the first down of the game on the ground. And that was Tyler Endress just following the student body left there, Cam.
Absolutely, around wide side of the field there. Love that play call on 3rd down. A little conservative, but a little different. We had run a couple off tackle in a row there, up the middle. Let's get our quarterback, mobile quarterback, outside a little bit, see what he can do. We have pass here, play action. Got him again. Yep.
That's Lisinski out in the flats. That's another first down.
Hey, Lisinski said, my bad here, fellas. I dropped the first one. Let me go ahead and get one back for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did, and I like the play there. You picked up the first down on the ground. This time they run a little boot and get Lisinski out in the flats. Nice completion, and the Glads have something here going.
Yep. First kind of drive we've seen here out of either team. Of course, the early turnover hindered the Gladiators, and Boyne City gave it right back to them. It looks like another encroachment maybe here, unless the Gladiators.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my goodness. Unless the Gladiators jumped off sides, I was going to say.
Yeah, so that's another free 5 yards for the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. So far, 10 yards of penalties for Boyne City, 5 yards of penalties for St. Francis. Cam, if you're right here, a lot of teams like to take shots here, right around this area of the field, in between the 45s.
We've got our free 5 yards in our back pocket now. This is maybe, and we've ran the ball successfully. We got a little run around the end going, and yeah, this is maybe where I go play action one more time, especially with those seams. It seems like those the Boyne City Ramblers have struggled to guard those here early. So I expect maybe another encroachment is what I was about to say there, Charles. As the hard count works again for the Gladiators. Endress has really been owning some free real estate in the Ramblers' head here early.
I don't know if it's Tyler Endress out there or if it's Aaron Rodgers with that hard count.
Goodness gracious.
The Ramblers have jumped into the neutral zone now 3 times,
I mean, coaches, that's pulling your hair out. City right there, Charles. I tell you what, that is a tough start here as 15 free yards have been given over to the Gladiators on this drive alone.
Yeah, here's 1st and 10 from the Boyne City 47. There's a jet sweep to Lisinski, and there's some good pursuit featured by Boyne City to make that tackle right around the line of scrimmage, Cam.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, they try and test that wide side of the field. I like that they keep feeling it out over there. I do expect a play action, maybe a counter of some kind at some point here, just as we've had that sort of motion flowing over there pretty consistently early out of the Gladiators. They're setting something up over there. I see it. I see what they're doing. And they go the jet motion again. Yep. There it is.
Sellers down the sideline.
Yep.
He's in a track race. He's got track speed as well.
Absolutely.
Woo! Turn on the Jets. And just like that, the second possession for St. Francis has them down inside the 20-yard line.
And you could kind of see, Charles, they had been cooking up that sweep for a little while. They ran it to that left side twice in a row and all of a sudden came back to the right. I think it caught that opposing Rambler corner a little bit off guard over there. And it's a big gain there for about 30 yards there for Sellers. Oh, there's a little counter there. That's number 11, of course, for the Gladiators there, Sellers again.
Yeah, and he's definitely somebody you got a cue on.
Gosh. This has really been an impressive drive out of the Gladiators here. I mean, we're getting our little plays. We're staying on schedule 3-4 yards at a time, and then you get a chunk play, and then we get back on schedule. This is what will wear a defense down, especially early here. It's a little crisp. It's a little cold. I expect this drive to maybe have some lasting effects on this game.
There's a handoff to Harrison Shepard. He's got 2 lead blockers, and he did a good job of following the block by Evan Bellinger, his fullback, wearing that cowboy collar. That's, if you look at number 30 right there, that is an old-fashioned throwback linebacker and fullback. You got to love the cowboy collar there featuring Evan Bellinger.
I promise you he's not worried running between that guard and that tackle there. He has no worries at all.
No.
He does it every play on defense. Just flip it around. Lead the
right.
way, big fella.
Here's 3rd and 5 now as the Gladiators go down set. And there's a handoff to Lisinski. Lisinski's into the clear. Lisinski's going to walk in for a Gladiator touchdown. Braxton Lisinski scores from 15 yards out, and Tyler Enders back there shuffling the deck.
A little bit of magic there. We had seen kind of some eye candy with those counters, with those sweeps around each corner, and it was only a matter of time before they broke off the one into the end zone. Obviously, Sellers looked good on that drive. All Gladiators here early, other than that early mistake with the interception.
Yeah, the mistake there came on the tipped ball from that interception. This is Sam Wildfong on to attempt the point after. This is Bellinger to snap it, Shepard to hold it, and Wildfong to kick it.
Did I see Wildfong listed at 210?
Yeah, that's a 210 kicker, and you can see because that was good from about 25 yards of additional length as the Gladiators go up 7-0. Well, the Gladiators score first. We're going to go ahead and step aside and take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back with Gladiator football up 7-0 over the Boyne City Ramblers. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching this presentation simulcast live on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and Next Level Broadcasting on YouTube. We'll be back after this.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
All right, here we are. Welcome back in high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. Gladiators and Ramblers locking up between 2 6-2 teams. Charles Strel and Camden Muselik here bringing this one to you live from Boyne City High School. If you're just now joining us, it was a nice drive by the Glads and finished off by a 15-yard Braxton Lisinski touchdown run. It'll be Wildfong teeing it up back deep for the Ramblers is the combination of Hewitt and Neer. This is a nice kick.
Gracious, that kid's got a leg on
him, and this one's fielded by Hewitt. And Hewitt's going to be out across the 30-yard line, so a pretty good return there. Cam, talk a little bit about what Boyne City's got to try to do here to keep the Gladiator defense honest, because they're selling out to stop everything around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, first and foremost, of course, Boyne City's kind of been riding Spates back for some time here, and obviously you want to go to your workhorse, but you want to mix it up a little bit here against the Gladiators, as they do look incredibly stout up front, and they're having no trouble moving these Boyne City offensive linemen around. I expect maybe, much like Traverse City, Boyne City maybe get outside a little bit, try and test some corners, see what we can do other than, but you do like Spade as well up the middle.
Man,
and that's
a big
why.
time.
Yep,
big time run down the sideline. And he's still
Goodness
on his feet.
Gracious,
Spade
that boy is a load.
Going to be tackled inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. What a play there from number 64, Luke Gorman, though. Hustling him down at the 5.
Luke Gorman dragged Spate down and saved a touchdown.
Goodness
but
gracious.
as it currently goes down in the books, that is a 62-yard run
Woof.
by Spate. And the Ramblers are right back in business after the Gladiators had a touchdown put on the board, and Spate puts the Ramblers right back into striking distance.
And I do know, Charles, we were, of course, just touching on Ryan Spate.
Hand off to Hewitt, and Hewitt's in for the score.
Full Superman there from Hewitt as he jumps over the pile into the end zone. How about that? Boyne City answers. We may be in for a bit of a battle here as we have 7-7 early, or 6-7 here early, pending the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were spotting the ball at about the 3, but they spotted it at the half-yard
line. Oh, they didn't
line.
give it to him. Oh, they comes up just a half-yard short.
Yeah, and I thought that Spate he got a fair spot, but they gave it to him.
Okay, they did give it to him.
Yeah,
Good.
they did give it to Hewitt, on that dive. So,
the leap.
Yep, the leap of
Absolutely.
faith,
The
if
leap
you
of
will.
faith over the end zone there.
Here's Spate to attempt the point after.
Spade said, hey, I'm going to get one on the board maybe one way or another here. If we can't get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. We'll kick it instead.
He's got it right there. The point after attempt, Boyne City with a 2-play, 67-yard touchdown drive. We're going to go ahead, step aside here, and, we're going to add a little bit more kindling on the barn because we've got a barn burner going on right now. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting.
Excavating has been providing residential and commercial excavating services in northern Michigan for over 32 years. Their services also include shoreline work as well as commercial and residential snow removal. Based in Traverse City, their services extend throughout the 5-county area, but would love to hear from you about a larger project from outside of the area as well. With a goal in mind to provide the best result for their customers, be sure to give them a call at 231-929-9259 or visit them online at popexcavating.com.
Welcome back into live action. We've got a 7-7 game just about midway through the first quarter here between the Gladiators and the Boyne City Ramblers. Charles Strail along with Camden Musilek here. Both teams have scored touchdowns within the last minute of game time. And, you wouldn't have it any other way if you're a football fan, as the anticipation and the drama is building here in the first quarter already.
A quick turnaround there from about the first 5 minutes of game time here, Charles, as it looked all defense early, and very quickly the offenses turned that idea on its head there as pretty good return.
Yeah,
Okay.
This one's fielded by Cam Sellers, and he gets out to roughly the 22, and we got
shove.
a late flag coming in as well, as Sellers was tackled at about the 20-yard line. We'll have to check the laundry on the field.
No love lost here between these two teams on the kick return there. A little bit of fire on a Friday night. I like it.
We're going to go down to our sideline shot here, as we might be able to even read the lips of the officials.
We are in his grill here with a great shot.
Let's see what the call is. Personal foul against Boyne City.
Yep.
So that'll give the Gladiators an extra 15 yards. They'll spot this ball right around the 37-yard line.
You hate to see that if you're a Boyne City fan, of course. 15 extra yards tacked on, never what you want to see on a quick
And that
kick.
was actually offsetting penalties between
they
the
gave
two
it to
teams.
both of
Yeah.
them. Good.
There's a handoff around the left side. A really nice play made in the backfield for the Ramblers. That was Hiker McKinney, and that was Charlie Olivier on the carry. McKinney, really good job of pursuit, reading those guards there, Cam.
We've seen what the Gladiators want to do here early in this game. They want to get out around those edges, and they want to mix you up with the occasional counter. And it seems like Boyne City is ready for that. I expect another play-action pass here soon from the Gladiators.
Here's a design keeper to Tyler Endress. He's going to cut it up. Endress has a first down yardage.
Let him know, Endress. There we go. First down carry. Again, we start to see the makings of a drive here, of course, aided by the penalty on Boyne City. But again, they're pushing the 50-yard line, really staying on schedule. The Gladiator offense looks dynamic all of a sudden.
Well, so those penalties did offset, but so far four penalties against the Ramblers, one against the Gladiators. Here's a counter.
Oh, the big hand-up fake.
And that's a nice run by Lisinski. He hurdles a defender at the 40, eventually brought down at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back first downs for this Gladiator offense, and that was a nice counter. We talked about both teams running counters. Yep. There was one with Lisinski.
And all of a sudden, they're a little more than on schedule. They're getting chunk plays here, 10, 11 yards over and over again. If you're Boyne City, that's what's going to start to worry you, because that's what's going to wear on your defense pretty quick, especially when it's all coming via the run, of course, Charles.
1st and 10 for Tyler Endress. He's under center this time. He's going to turn and hand to Lisinski. Lisinski's got running room into Rambler territory, pushed out of bounds at the 45, and that will be another first down.
Yep, that's another one. And again, another 15, 13 yards. These chunk plays as the Gladiators just kind of march their way down the field. No pun intended, of course, as Boyne City doesn't have an answer for those up the middle runs right now. 1st and 10 here for the Gladiators.
And it looks like we've got a timeout.
As Boyne City will burn their first timeout here. Regroup that defense a little bit, as the Gladiators are kind of having their way with this one, especially on this drive so far.
Yeah, they certainly are. They've picked up 3 consecutive third downs on back-to-back plays.
First downs rather. Yeah, absolutely. They're making it look easy, making this football thing look pretty easy there, Trevor.
And you know what I really like, and playing quarterback in high school, but when you throw an interception, you know, sometimes it can rattle you. But what the Gladiators did on the very next possession, and they've run it again on this sequence, is a design quarterback keeper.
Absolutely.
Actually, quarterback power. If you throw an interception as a quarterback, you got some anger, you got some juice going into it. And what settles quarterbacks down more than anything is just, you know, running the ball, feeling like you get some contact, and that can change the whole premise of how you feel in between the helmet.
Pump that blood a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You feel alive.
Come on. And Charles with a little subtle brag there in the beginning of that whole speech as well. I liked that. People are going to overlook that. Not me, Charles. Not me. I caught it there.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that you want. You want, if you have a quarterback who's got a little sauce and swag, it does help, because the team can rally around that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, just that kind of steady, that steady Eddie is good too. You know what I mean? We'll throw a pick first play. You know what? Let's go put a couple touchdowns on the board here. What do we say?
Here's 1st and 10 from the Boyne 42. Direct handoff to Evan Bellinger. And
still,
actually, that was Harrison Shepard, but still, you know, pick it up.
Yeah, it's 4 or 5 yards. It'll work every single time.
While we have an opportunity to do so, we want to give a shout-out to our American Liners. They were the pregame show here. We had a consolidated pregame show here as we had some technical difficulties at the start of the game, but that's American Liner. We're going to give you the rest of them after this play, as Endress is going to drop back to pass, looking deep. Got a man in the flats. He's got a completion. That's Harrison Shepard. Shepard brought down near first down yardage by Spate, but it'll be about 3rd and 2 after this completion.
And the Gladiators have been eating on that right side of that field so far. I'm assuming Endress maybe likes rolling out that way or something, or they've found a mismatch on the outside there that they want to take advantage of, as they've kind of gone to that wide side, right side every time with their passing plays.
Here's 3rd and 1, full house backfield. There's a handoff to Evan Bellinger.
Oh, my goodness.
A monster collision there in the middle, as Spate was there to meet Bellinger, and there's some serious LBs that collided there at the 30-yard line.
Immovable object, and there's a saying about it. I don't know, but that's what happens right there.
It will be a first down, as Bellinger and Spate both come up and kind of just look at each other and say, hey, man, that was a good hit.
And so Spate may have won the battle. Bellinger won the war, of course, as the Gladiators do.
Here's a boot down. Looking out in the flats, out up the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, Isaac Kerr. Oh, He's tackled at the 1. Isaac Kerr dragged down by Hewitt at the 1-yard line.
Oh, if you're Isaac.
Actually, that was Jaden Alger who brought down Isaac. I thought Isaac would score that for sure.
Oh, about an inch and a half shy as we go quarterback sneak here.
Yep, quarterback sneak. Tyler Endress plows forward for the Gladiator touchdown. The big play, though, was that pass to Isaac Kerr on the play action boot. Kerr got down to the 1. You know,
I got that one, Charles. I knew we were going to see the play-action boot one more time on that drive, and there it was. Of course, I was incorrect about Ryan Spate. He is a workhorse. He is an absolute stallion out there. But, again, the play-action pass has been successful for the Gladiators so
and, you know,
far.
I really liked how they brought Kerr from the one side of the formation all the way across the other on the deep post. Well-drawn-up play.
I mean, this isn't your father's Northern Michigan football anymore. We're going motion. We're going play action.
There's a nice-looking kick by Sam Wildfong, and it's 14-7. Gladiators on top. While we have in a moment, we want to tell you about American Liner Systems. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, American Liner Systems have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our freshwater clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today. That's American Liner Systems, our first quarter sponsor. Charles Strail along with Camden Musilek here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We've got a rock fight going on between the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators and the Boyne City Ramblers so far. Camden, break it down for the people that might just be joining us, what we've seen so far in this action-packed first quarter.
I mean, if I can recollect, I tell you what, Charles, it feels like I've been standing here next to you for 3 to 7 quarters, and we're not even through the first one yet. However, we did have an early Gladiator interception on the first play of the game, of course.
Yep.
That was called by Boyne City. However, following a Gladiator stop instantly into a Boyne City 3-and-out, the Gladiators were the first on the board. However, followed up by a Ryan Spate 67-yard run, the Ramblers were able to punch in a matching score. Again, though, the Gladiators were right there with a little play-action pass to get them down to the half-yard line, and then a quarterback sneak, and that's where we're at, 7-14 here, Charles.
Yep, Wildfong to boot it away. Hewitt back deep for the Ramblers, and this one's fielded by Jaden Alger. Alger's going to take this from his own 10 and get chopped down at about the 15-yard line. A really nice play made on special teams down there by the Gladiators, and that was, I think it was Luke Gorman.
Yep.
Getting down there, number 64.
We'll see if Boyne City has an answer for St. Francis now, as it's been all Gladiators here after that early Boyne City interception. They had an answer last time with Spade, of course, with that long run. Again, I suggested going away from him before as he was stopped a couple times, but try, and Spade will win.
And there's a handoff up the middle, Spate slipping through a couple tackles. He's got about 6 yards on the first down carry, tackled by a host of Gladiators. Looked like the first Gladiator to bring him down was Braden Tharp and Matt Wilson in there as well. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Cadillac looked like he got in there from the safety position as well.
I feel like from a statistician standpoint, you just mark a half tackle for everybody on that one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially on Mr. Spate out there.
Here's a shotgun formation for Boyne City on 2nd and 4. Handoff to Hewitt, and Hewitt's gang tackled at the line of scrimmage, or would that be a TFL?
I mean, you might as well. We talked about the half tackle last time. How about the gang tackling out of the Gladiators here late in the first quarter?
Yeah, they're really flowing to the ball quickly, and Boyne City did take advantage of that fast flow on that Hewitt run down the sideline. That's one way you can attack defenses that are quick to react and fast flow in their pursuit. That might be something that we see Boyne City go back to.
Yeah, again, I still like the play action here for the Ramblers as well, but you really have to ride Spate for a little bit and kind of sell that.
Yeah.
Again, and there it is, fake to Spate, play action.
And,
we had him too.
Yeah, he was intended for Jaden Alger, just trying to run Alger up the seam, but the pass was about 5 yards too far. I don't know if that was a rushed throw. It looked like there was some time in the backfield to kind of gather
Yeah, and I feel like the Boyne City receiver there could have even got 2-3 more yards of separation as he was headed on that flag route to the sideline there.
Yeah, so this is going to bring out the punt unit for Boyne City. Jaden Alger back at his own 15. There's 2 receivers at the Gladiator 30. That's Cam Sellers and Harrison Shepard. Watch the fake here, Camden.
Big kick, though. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. There's a fake handoff by Sellers. Sellers now working around the far sideline. Sellers with speed down the sideline. Cam Sellers tackled at the Rambler 41-yard line. You said watch the fake. It was the fake.
And Cam Sellers, great name, great return there for the Gladiators. I love it.
Yeah, and, so far the Gladiators have done a really good job in all 3 phases of this game. Special teams are just as big as part of a game as offense and defense. And right there, a good return. Sellers fielded that at his 27, and he's out at the Boyne City 41. So, a way to flip fields because it's about 10 yards from where Boyne City last possessed the ball.
And if the Gladiators are able to punch this third score in here before the end of the first quarter, you start to get a little nervous for the Ramblers.
Jet motion handoff to Harrison Shepard.
Play.
That's a really nice play made by Hewitt. Yeah, anytime you see 14 in red flash like that, as Hewitt and Spate combine on the tackle.
And that's that old Spate there. String them along, and then Hewitt does exactly what he's supposed to there, comes up, chop him off at the knees. No chance for a broken tackle, and that's a pretty short, relatively speaking, 2-yard gain.
There's a counter to Lisinski. Lisinski's going to slip through the defense. Lisinski down inside the 30, brought down at the 25-yard line, and that's where we will resume play. We're going to switch sides of the field as that's the end of the first quarter. Gladiators on top of the Boyne City Ramblers 14-7 after a jam-packed 12 minutes of play. We're going to go ahead and step aside here. You're watching this presentation of Gladiator football simulcast live on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on YouTube at Next Level Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere, folks. A lot more football coming your way. We'll be back in 1 minute after this.
The Grand Traverse Hauling and Junk Removal know how to help you in times of need, whether you are in the middle of a remodel or just have too much clutter in your life. They work hard to clean up your living space in no time, and if you want to tackle the project on your own, simply call them to drop off one of their nearly 24 dumpsters from 6 cubic yards in size and larger. These folks love what they do and love to help you too. So give them a call today at 231-649-5696 or visit them online at www.grandtravershauling.com.
All right, here we are. Welcome into the second quarter of action. The Gladiators with the ball on the move. They've got it at the Boyne City 25-yard line as we begin play here in the second quarter. We'll put another 12 on the board and see what these 2 teams have to entertain us here on a beautiful Northern Michigan Friday night. Charles Strail along with Camden Muselik from Boyne City High School. This is a big-time sequence for this Boyne City defense, isn't it, Cam?
I mean, if you're Boyne City, we need to stop here, Coach. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on this one, Charles. As the Gladiators, again, have really done whatever they've wanted on the last 2 possessions. 3 now here as they've gotten to this point. And if you're Boyne City...
Oh, nice. There's a keeper.
Play, yeah.
Andrus is jumping like a deer.
A little gazelle move there from Andrus.
Yeah, he must spend a lot of time behind the wheel of a car because he must see a lot of deer on the highway because he was hopping over bodies just trying to get through the carnage out there on the offense and defensive line at the line of scrimmage. Well done by him.
And Charles brought it there full circle, folks. You thought you were going to lose him. There he was to bring it home at the end.
Andrus on a straight drop back now, rolling to his right.
I don't know
extending the play. Got a completion, but there's a flag, most likely a hold.
Yep.
It was completed on the far sideline, and it was Matthew Kane on the catch, but this might be coming back. Let's check some laundry.
And that's what you see, Charles, frequently as the quarterback breaks the edge of that pocket. You'll see maybe that defensive end try and go quickly to the left there outside, and then that offensive lineman will grab a hold of that outer shoulder pad. And it is a hold against the Gladiators here, and we'll back that one up.
That's their 3rd penalty so far, the 2nd penalty enforced against them. So both teams here maybe a little bit jumpy for this game. I mean, these 2 teams, even though they're Northern Michigan football conference opponents, these 2 teams have played football for a long withstanding time going back to the Lake Michigan Conference.
And if you're the Ramblers, Charles, it was ugly there early with the penalties, of course, the 3 encroachments on the first drive, but they've settled in here. It's just been these long, kind of grinded out 7 yards, 10 yards, 12-yard runs that the Gladiators have been able to put on them that I think is going to start to show and wear on this Boyne City defense.
There's Cam Sellers in motion. It's good to get the jet handoff, trying to get a block on the edge. He puts his shoulder down and is at the original line of scrimmage where he's pushed out of bounds by Spate and Alger. Also got to give credit where credit is due because sliding over to make that tackle, coming over from his offensive line position for Boyne City, was Thomas Ager. Thomas Ager coming over there, number 54, playing his defensive line position well.
A little hustle there out of the big fella.
Here's 3rd and 9 for the Gladiators. Full house set. There's a handoff to Harrison Shepard, and Shepard noses down to about the 30-yard line. Hewitt, or 30, yeah, it's right around the 30. Yep. Hewitt on the tackle. This will be 4th and 6. You think they're in field goal range here for Wild Fong?
I mean, I think the 50's in range for Wild Fong. He's more like the Wild Thing. You remember that movie, Major League? You trot him out there and see what the big fella, 210-pound defensive end's got there in the right foot.
Right now, as it stands, this would be about a 46-yard field goal. Actually, about a 42-yarder. But it looks like the Gladiators are going to come out here.
I wanted to see him kick it, of course.
Timeout taken by Traverse City St. Francis. We're going to keep it right here. And while we have a timeout, we've got some time to tell you about Grand Traverse Hauling. Kind of like this Gladiator offense, they're hauling the football all the way up and down the field here this evening. But Grand Traverse Hauling is your go-to source for any medium to large-scale junk removal needs in northern Michigan's Northwest Corridor, specializing in hauling away your unwanted materials and other items, from junk removal, foreclosures, remodels, furniture, and appliances, and anything and everything in between. Don't believe us? See for yourself online at grandtraversehauling.com. And while you're at it, mention you saw or heard this advertisement on Next Level Broadcasting and get $25 off a large dumpster rental. That is Grand Traverse Hauling. Grand Traverse Hauling, our halftime show sponsor. We'll have a live looking at the halftime show here. And if you're just now joining us, it's 14-7. The Gladiators scored first, and then Boyne City answered back on a 2-play touchdown drive after that. Then the Gladiators scored late in the first quarter. Now they have it on the Boyne City 30-yard line. It's 4th and 6. Actually, it's on the 20. So field goal would be about a 38-yarder right now. This is a big play as they do a little swinging gate.
Swinging gate play here from the Gladiators.
Empty formation, and swinging gate is the call.
I love parlaying the timeout into the swinging gate play. That's really
maybe
incredible.
Boyne City takes the timeout here as Endress is going to keep it. Little pop pass over to Bellinger. Flag does come out late. This might be a penalty for an illegal formation.
Has to be, right? Yeah.
I can't think of another reason or rationale for a penalty.
There was a gesture from the referee to the Gladiator bench as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, we're going to go down to our sideline camera angle featured by Ron Ludgen right here as we, we're close enough to be able to read these officials' lips.
The official stepped over there to the Gladiator sideline, gave him the old, fellas, let's take a step back
maybe
here.
A sideline warning?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know what it is.
Let's see here. As it stands, it's a first down for Evan Bellinger on a little pop pass from a swinging gate formation. You don't see that one all the time, but we saw it here, right here on this 4th down and 6. A critical call coming from this officiating crew. They're certainly taking their time to convoy here. Cam, to walk us through what they might be discussing.
So, again, I've never seen, I believe he was the center on that play. Is that correct? And,
yes.
And they pick it up as they do deem him to be an eligible receiver. Truly, Charles, I've watched a lot of football in my day. Not sure how we get the center eligible. I'm assuming that everyone else perhaps was off the line there.
Well, you got to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
So, and then he was obviously perhaps the tight end in that formation, I guess would be what it was.
So for all of our Lions fans out there, Evan Bellinger reported as eligible.
Yeah, exactly right.
And a great play call for the Gladiators, pulling one out from the old, I'd say, up their sleeve all the way up to their armpit, pulling that one out.
Gracious. And I've seen that play ran a couple times in the league. Normally that one doesn't work. When you go one center, one quarterback, and everybody else go get them.
Oftentimes you see that swinging gate formation to a little smoke or bubble screen out into flat because you got 6 players out there. That time they just drew it up for Bellinger over the middle. And, well, here's 1st and 10 from the Rambler 15. Full house backfield for the Gladiators after a 4th down conversion. Endress is going to hand off to Evan Bellinger, and Evan Bellinger is stopped right away after being brought down by a host of Boyne City Ramblers, and he was first brought down by Hiker McKinney, number 6. And McKinney makes the stop at the line of scrimmage, also by Oliver Janacek on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10. So the Boyne City defense trying to grit their teeth and hold the Gladiators out of the end zone here. 2nd and 10 from the 15. There's a keeper. Lisinski's got it now, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Camden, even if they're able to gain 5 yards, a field goal here might be in the cards for Sam Wildfong.
God, it's tough because if you're the Gladiators, going up 2 touchdowns into the second half here has to be on your mind.
Yeah.
Especially because we've been able, despite these last 2 runs, we're getting 6-7 yards a carry. They do go pass here.
Dropping back, rolling to his right is Tyler Endress. He's got to throw it away. And he's brought down for a sack. That was Ryan Chapp. And he sacks Tyler Endress.
As the Boyne City sideline begging for a flag, as I'm not sure that ball ever did get past the line of scrimmage.
He was certainly out of the pocket, and there's the flag for intentional grounding. So,
yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, that was a sack. That thing came out of his hand sideways. Yeah, that was a great play there by the Rambler defense there to hold them. And this, I think, Charles, is now where, if you're the Gladiators, we start to think field goal.
You're right. I mean, you would probably want to get to about the 20.
Yeah,
for a 37 to 38-yard field goal. The intentional grounding penalty, though, is going to back them up quite a bit. So you're now going to be. It's a loss of down.
That's where he got sacked. Was back there, Charles?
Yeah. So it's a
loss of.
It's a loss of down and a 15-yard penalty. So the ball's now on the 30-yard line, actually on the 32.
I see.
Actually, 34.
I mean, that's a big time loss of yardage there.
So they pulled out a swinging gate play on 4th and 6. What do they have on 4th and 25? Punt.
Me too, Gladiators. I would be doing the same thing there.
It's a nice kick. It's going to bounce down.
Oh, my goodness. What a kick down to the 3-yard line.
What a play by the Gladiators special teams. Got to give a shout-out to Warren Asher, the punter, number 53, for being able to pin Boyne City deep within their own territory. They call that the coffin corner kick.
Goodness gracious, Warren.
Warren Asher doing an exceptional job there of putting Boyne City back within their own territory. Boyne City will need to go 97 yards, the length of the football field, for a score here. What a job by special teams. And we talked about it earlier. Gladiators special teams so far in this game.
Upper hand.
Certainly getting the nod over the Rambler special team unit.
And that could be a big factor in this game, too, especially we've seen the Ramblers having to punt a lot early here.
Yeah, there's a handoff to Wilton Spate, and Spate's brought down, actually Ryan Spate.
Former University of Michigan quarterback Wilton Spate getting a little shout out there. I believe he went and he played for the UCLA Bruins as well. I love that there out of Charles. Ryan, you see Wilton and Ryan in an Oklahoma drill.
Yeah.
I like Ryan's odds.
Well, I mean, right now, Spate is kind of the pacemaker for this Boyne City offense, trying to get the blood flow back for this Rambler offense after they've been shut out their last couple of possessions. Here's a handoff to Hewitt, and Hewitt's tackled at about the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down coming here because if Boyne City doesn't get this, they're punting from their own end zone.
Not what we want if we're a Ramblers fan here. As Boyne City, again, the drive's just stalling out early here. There's no wear and tear on that Gladiator defense. If we keep going 3-0, if we can at least string 2-3 first downs together, at least get those fellows with some hands on hips, breathing a little heavy. But right now, if you're a Gladiator defensive lineman, it's pin your hair back or pin your ears back and go look for Ryan Spate.
Yeah, got to be aware of the counters here as Drew Neer is in an empty formation by himself.
Sweep.
He's going to hand this one off to Stanek, and Stanik's brought down for a loss, and that's going to be a third down stop by this Gladiator defense. Who was the first man over there for the Glads? It looked like it was Luke Gorman and Charlie Olivier. Also Sam Wildfong coming over to make the stop.
Clean that
Loss
thing
of
up.
3.
And again, another fourth down here for the Ramblers from deep in their own territory as Spate comes on. It looks like a punt formation.
Yeah, you can't be trying to fake
You really
here.
can't. I mean, we're already in such a hole.
They're on their own 7.
Yeah, if you're a Rambler coach, I know you're getting frustrated here with the lack of movement on the offense, but this one's got to go. And again, the Gladiators are going to get great field position.
Here's Cam Sellers faking
again.
it. He got it at his own 40. Cam Sellers up the sideline. Cam Sellers with breakaway speed pushed out of bounds at the 14. Actually, he was pushed out inside the 10.
If you're a Rambler there, I just it's concerning that the double fake keeps kind of nipping them and allowing those. We have to maintain our edge discipline on those kick returns. Otherwise, Sellers is going to keep taking advantage. And I promise you, he's not handing off, fellas. He wants that thing in his hands. He's going.
He wants the rock.
And I tell you what, they may fake it one more time, and then that fourth one's going to be a give.
So the Gladiators have it at the 9-yard line. A 30-yard punt return. Endress slips through, and he is near the goal line, and that's most likely going to be a hold. There's some penalty markers down on the field. We'll check the penalty here.
Looks like maybe big number 53, Warren Asher was out there. I'm not sure who was out there on the edge leading the way.
Penalties thrown at the 9-yard line.
And the Gladiators are backing up here.
So they'll move the Gladiators back to the 19. They'll try this one again. It's first and goal from the 19-yard line. We've got 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in the first half. A very entertaining game so far between the Gladiators and the Ramblers.
And on top of that, Charles, we do have a pretty entertaining game of side yard football breaking out behind us as well. I'm about to go do my best Randy Moss impression here.
And that was a really good job by the Gladiators. They went with a hard count, drew the flinch, drew the encroachment, got a free 5 yards coming back.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, shame on you. Fool me 4 times, shame on you still. As that's the 4th time that play's worked for the Gladiators this evening.
So they get 5 yards back. The ball's now on the 15-yard line. And that's the 5th before the snap penalty for Boyne City. There's a handoff on the right side to Charlie Olivier.
Good play.
And he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A really nice play made by Ryan Chapp for Boyne City. So after the fireworks in the first quarter, we haven't seen any points in the second so far.
That field starts to compress when you get down there to this territory inside the red zone here. And if you're the Gladiators, you have to feel, I don't want to say comfortable, but why turn it over? As I do get a feeling we're going to go past.
Yeah, here's Endress on the keeper. He's
going
for the corner. Tyler Endress dives, and he's in. Touchdown. Tyler Endress stretches all out, 6'3" in the air. That wingspan puts the Gladiators up 20-7.
Oh, no, late flag here. Some more laundry on the field, Charles.
Yeah, and this flag came in very late.
Yep.
And the officials are pointing at the 7-yard line. Really don't have any indicators here on what this penalty might be. And they're backing them up, and it's a hold.
Oh, a hold at the goal line they got him for.
So this will mark the ball back at the 17-yard line.
Oh, that is absolutely drive-crushing there if you're the Gladiators.
So the good news is they've been able to hit big chunk plays.
Yep.
The bad news is it's still second and goal from the 13-yard line now. Endress is going to drop back to pass, and he's going to throw it up the middle, and it's intercepted by Spate.
Oh, my goodness.
Ryan Spate with the second Boyne City takeaway of the game, and Spate still on his feet. Spate brought down by 4 Gladiators, but Ryan Spate making a touchdown-saving interception right at the goal line.
And who else was going to do it, Charles, other than Mr. Spade himself? The kid, I mean, he's been all over the field tonight. I feel like every game I watch him, he's all over the field. He's just, don't throw at him. It's just not a good idea. It's not something I'd recommend, especially when if you're the Gladiators, you've had success everywhere else on the field.
It looked like Boyne City was playing a little zone defense there,
Great
Cam.
play, yeah.
And Spate baited Tyler Anderson to throwing that throw. This is the second time you've seen Ryan Spate in person this year on a broadcast. I mean, what does the presence of someone with that much, just
Quad.
prowess
With that much quad. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's someone you got a game plan for every play.
As you see it right there, a very nice tackle made by Shoestring Variety by Tyler Cadlick on Ryan Spate, but Spate's going to pick up the first down.
And again, I mean, he's just unstoppable. You know what's coming. You can't stop it. And this is a very good Traverse City St. Francis team. And we're seeing the same issue that's faced pretty much every Boyne City opponent this year, which is, those two big old legs on Ryan Spate on number 3 there for Boyne City.
Near flanked by Spate.
Here to lead block.
Yep, there's Hewitt. Hewitt is going to slip through 2 tackles, but eventually brought down by the Gladiators. That was Matthew Rylson, the first man in there to make the hit. The official is waiting for a spot, and we do have a penalty called against the Boyne City Ramblers. It's an illegal shift, and I saw that initially. So the illegal shift will back the Ramblers up 5 yards.
I mean, it's starting to look like a fraternity house out there with all the laundry on the field. I mean, goodness gracious.
There's been a lot of laundry out there. I need to call my mom to see if she could come do some laundry over here at Boyne City, because, I mean, I think that's, like the 4th penalty in the last 2 minutes of game time.
And we're staring down 5 minutes still in the second quarter here. Hopefully these two teams can clean it up in the second half.
It's 1st and 15 for Boyne City, near flanked by Spate. He's going to hand off to Hewitt. Hewitt's working around the left side, lead blocker in Spate. Hewitt is brought down for a tackle for loss, it looks like. Actually, he got about a 2-yard gain.
Yep.
Michael Frederick on the stop for the Gladiators. And right now, Boyne City, they haven't shown an ability to stretch this Gladiator defense vertically. The Gladiators, if you're looking at the line of scrimmage right now, they've got 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. And
they had that little tight end corner route earlier, and it just didn't work. Again, I like that same play. I don't know, was that number 18 there for the Ram? Oh, he jumped off sides.
Yeah, it looks like it was a jump. They're going to send this one deep.
And my boy.
And incomplete.
There.
What a play by Evan Bellinger coming over on the pass breakup of Alger. And it looked like there could have been
a penalty there.
A false start against Boyne City on that play. But even there, the Gladiators are putting 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Harrison Shepard's playing at about 9 yards depth. And Boyne City is just not able to challenge them vertically.
And if you're a Gladiator and you're able to stay disciplined, especially those outside linebackers and safeties, we can stack that box as long as we pick up those tight ends when they very rarely run those routes. Just don't get caught off guard.
Hand off to Ryan Spate. He's brought down by the combination of Bellinger, Wildfong, and Shepard. It's going to be 4th and long now for Boyne City. Roughly 4th and 9.
Punt team appears to be coming on here for the Ramblers again.
Back deep is the combination of Shepard and Sellers. So once again, the Gladiator defense bails out the offense after the second turnover by the Gladiators. This time the turnover happened inside the Boyne City 15-yard line, so that interception definitely saved points for Boyne City. A great play made by Ryan Spate to keep the Gladiators from adding more points to this total.
And again, watch that fake. Watch the actual give this time. If you're a Rambler player, they love running that fake double cross sweep reverse down there.
This one is going to bounce and will be checking up out of bounds right there at the 39-yard line. So the Gladiators will have it 1st and 10 from their own 39. And we're going to take some time to tell you about Redmond Automotive. Listen, Gladiator fans and families, we know that sometimes your teen drivers get in the occasional fender bender or put a transmission out when trying to drive the old manual you got in the garage. When those occasions occur, trust the pros at Redmond Automotive to get you back on the road as quickly as possible. A family-owned and full service for over 35 years. and that is Redmond Automotive, a proud sponsor here of Traverse City St. Francis football all season long on Next Level Broadcasting. Tyler Endress coming out after that interception here. Gladiators with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Endress is going to keep this one and brought down by Ryan Spate.
Goodness
and
gracious.
Combo with McKinney.
Hiker McKinney's been all over the field tonight, too. Want to give a shout-out to that kid, man. He's looked really good. And he's been one of the, respectfully to Boyne City, of course, one of the few defenders who I feel like has done a pretty good job with his edge assignments tonight. That feels like where Boyne City's been burned the most, is around those outside corners.
I would concur there 100%.
And those play-action passes, of course.
Offset full house
triple
backfield
fake.
to Harrison Shepard, and Shepard tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a 3rd and 9. Cam, you saw that one right away.
Yeah, and again, it was that was Thomas Ager there on that tackle, and Boyne City, again, they've looked pretty good between the tackles. The exception of a couple chunk plays, 10, 12, 13 yards, but other than that, again, it's been around the corners, and again, a couple of those kick returns as well where we've seen the Gladiators take advantage.
So here's 3rd and 8. Let's see what the Gladiators opt to do here. Maybe hard count. I mean, that's been a pretty good way to get 5 yards.
It's been an effective play this evening.
There's a handoff up the left side. It was, I believe, Harrison Shepard or Lisinski on the carry. And we've got a timeout taken by Boyne City here as they want to preserve some clock.
And that was Leon Jiang on that tackle there. Big number 11.
So we do want to mention that the Boyne City Ramblers will receive the 3rd quarter kickoff in this contest. If you're just now joining us, welcome into a very entertaining football game between these two teams.
And it really feels like it's been all Traverse City St. Francis here in this football game. However, with those 2 turnovers, you can see kind of how quickly and game-changing those are, as Boyne City has maintained just that 1 touchdown difference here for really this whole first half, despite what's been kind of a track meet for the Gladiators.
Yeah, it really has been a game of turnovers. I mean, the first possession, you don't want to say you can discard it, but
sure,
it didn't influence, scoring points.
Sure, first play of the game.
The second interception, I think, was a direct correlation to one team scoring and then with the interception, not scoring.
And it felt like Traverse City was in a pole position here to pull away with this game, and all of a sudden, Boyne City's hung around, and will, of course, like you just mentioned, be getting the 3rd quarter kickoff.
And that's monumental because with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go here, they can try to go for the double dip, which is scoring right before half, getting the kickoff to start the 3rd quarter. So the Gladiators will need to be on their guard as Warren Asher punts this one away. This is his 2nd punt of the game, and this is a high punt bouncing inside the 15-yard line and will roll down at the 10-yard line. Warren Asher.
I think it's at like the 4.
Actually, you're right. It's going to bounce. It bounces all the way down at the 5-yard line.
3-yard line? Are you kidding me, Warren Asher? I mean, that is a weapon on special teams.
That's twice now that Warren Asher has made incredible plays in the kicking game.
And it's one of the rare examples, Charles, in high school football where it looks like Warren is intentionally placing that football, right? Like he's like, let's keep it short of the goal line. Let's keep it out of bounds. It's really been an impressive kicking performance here for the Gladiators.
There's a handoff to Ryan Spate for a marginal gain on 1st down. I think Boyne City is just probably pretty content with taking this one to the half down by 7. I don't see the Ramblers getting too carried away here as they really haven't been able to hit anything in the passing game this evening. If you just keep it on the ground here running Ryan Spate, you go to the halftime locker room down by 1 score, getting the ball to start the 3rd quarter. I think Boyne City would take that with, kind of the ineptitude that they've had on offense.
And there's always a chance he breaks it too, right? He's a difference maker there in the backfield. Give it to your workhorse and let's see what he can.
There you go, right there.
Close,
Cam Sellers, the first Gladiator to bring down Spate, and we do have a timeout as the clocks or the chains set for a 1st down.
And I definitely do not have Ryan Spate vision, but boy, if he cut right there instead of left, it looked like there was a little bit of a lane, Charles.
So Boyne City now with 10 seconds left to go. Near is going to drop back to pass, rolling to his right. He's got it over the middle, caught by Alger, and Alger's tackled by Sam Wildfong, and that's how the half will end. Boyne City down by 7. The Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators put 14 on the board in the first quarter. Boyne City answered with 7 as well. Hold it right there, folks. Don't go anywhere. We've got both teams sticking around on the field here as the referees are.
Did Boyne City get a timeout off, maybe? Oh.
Timeout taken by Boyne City.
Yep.
So as Boyne City takes a timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching high school football on Next Level Broadcasting, simulcast live on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on YouTube at Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this from Traverse City Cherry Capital Air.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products. Experience the difference with Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union. Visit tcfedcu.org for more.
Okay, here we are. This will be the final play of the second quarter. The Boyne City Ramblers did get a timeout before the end of the quarter. Neer going to drop back to pass, extending the play. He's got a completion out in the flats and a sure-handed tackle made by the Gladiators. A wonderful stick by Tyler Thompson. And that's how the first half will end. Well, folks, we've got a great game here brewing as we thought we might. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have the American Liner Systems halftime report. Talk about what happened in the first half, analyze it, break down what we might expect to see in the second between the Boyne City Ramblers and the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got a great game here for the rest of this second half coming your way after these messages.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products. Experience the difference with Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union. Visit tcfedcu.org for more.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza.
Today's game is brought to you by Redmond Automotive, Pop Excavating, Cherry Capital Airport, Twin Bay Docks, American Liners, BC Pizza, Alpers Excavating, Grand Traverse Hauling, Collar Clinic, 3 West.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, ARC collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in Northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Today's game is brought to you by Redmond Automotive, Pop Excavating, Cherry Capital Airport, Twin Bay Docks, American Liners, BC Pizza, Alpers Excavating, Grand Traverse Hauling, Collar Clinic, 3 West, Team Elmers, That's the Pizza, Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union, Red Mesa Grill, PGLs, and Magnum Hospitality.
At American Liner Systems, they have three main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our fresh water clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products. Experience the difference with Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union. Visit tcfedcu.org for more.
Today's game is brought to you by Redmond Automotive, Pop Excavating, Cherry Capital Airport, Twin Bay Docks, American Liners, BC Pizza, Alpers Excavating, Grand Traverse Hauling, Collar Clinic, 3 West, Team Elmers, That's a Pizza, Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union, Red Mesa Grill, PGLs, and Magnum Hospitality.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the American Liner Systems halftime show here at Charles Strail, along with Camden Muse Select. The Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators have a 14-7 lead over the Boyne City Ramblers at halftime. And, well, let's just recap for everybody that might just be tuning in how this lead happened by the Glads. On their first possession of the game, they threw a turnover. However, after that, they forced a Rambler 3-and-out.
Correct.
Forced a punt.
Correct.
And then they scored on a nice play. It was a 15-yard touchdown run by Braxton Lisinski.
He was down to the half-yard line.
Oh,
They punched it in.
and then they punched it in on the
That's
following
correct.
play.
Absolutely.
It was 7-0. Boyne City then scored on a 2-play 64-yard drive. Wilton Spate ran it all the way down to the 1-yard line, and then Hewitt capped it off for the
Correct.
Ramblers. The next possession, the Gladiators got it all the way down, hit a nice pass play to Isaac Kerr on a deep post route, and then they punched it in with the Tyler Endress quarterback sneak. Both kickers so far in this game perfect on their point afters, but we do want to headline our halftime show with the performance of the special teams play by the Gladiators, in particular Warren Asher. He's got 2 punts in this game.
Yeah.
Both of those punts downed Boyne City inside the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Cam, talk to everybody about just how a good punter can influence the game.
First and foremost here, if we look to our left, Charles,
Yeah.
those flags are blowing pretty steeply.
Yeah.
Warren was able to utilize kind of that wind at his back, and he actually pinned them twice
Yeah.
with the wind within the 5-yard line, which at the high school level, especially Northern Michigan, that's extremely impressive stuff. And the kid looked comfortable out there.
Yeah.
He looked natural. It was really impressive.
Not only that, but the Gladiator special teams featuring Harrison Shepard and Cam Sellers on those punt returns.
Yep.
Cam Sellers averaging over 20 yards of punt return
Yep.
so far. I mean, and on their second touchdown drive, Cam Sellers set them up with a very nice punt return, inside the Boyne City 45-yard line.
And if you're Boyne City, again, it's one play. It's the
Right.
fake reverse, or get ready second half. I bet you coach is going to put in the actual reverse here. They're going to give that ball one of these times on one of these punts.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty willing to venture that guess. So if you're Boyne City, we know the 2 plays they're going to run. They're going to run the fake handoff. They're going to run the real handoff.
Uh-huh.
Keep our end discipline, and we should be good to go from there on out.
We got a Gladiator that wants to say hello here. You want to say hi, buddy?
There we got him.
You got any friends at home you want to give a shout out to? Want to shout out your mom?
Yeah, you just want to give a wave.
You just want to wave to your mom?
There it is. Perfect.
There you go.
What's your name, big dog? Jack, nice to meet you.
Give a shout out to Jack here. Jack in the back.
A Jack cameo.
That's right. And so it's 14-7. Gladiators on top of Boyne City. Boyne City will receive the third quarter kick. We talked about it at length, maybe even ad nauseum. But Boyne City hasn't been able to stretch this Gladiator defense vertically. It's been all horizontally. The Gladiators are putting 10 men within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, almost daring the Ramblers to throw it deep.
And it feels like, Charles, if you don't mind here, it just feels like for each team, they've each kind of had one Achilles heel in the first half, that if they can kind of fix that one thing, then maybe they can get these drives started. Again, Traverse City has been aided so aggressively by these Boyne City Rambler penalties, and vice versa for the Ramblers. They've been helped so much by those 2 turnovers that the Gladiators have had so far. If we can fix those 2 things, I think we're going to be in for a pretty high score and pretty clean second half here.
It started off with fireworks. We had 21 points scored in the first quarter, none in the second.
Tale of 2 quarters.
We've had a lot of penalties, 2 turnovers so far, both by the Gladiators. The difference, I mean, from my opinion, has been the special teams play and the chunk plays.
Yep.
So Boyne City right now, by my unofficial count, has 1 chunk play. It was the Ryan Spate run that set them up inside the 1 yard line.
That's exactly
and
right.
The Gladiators have numerous chunk plays, whether or not it was the Isaac Kerr deep post. Tyler Enders has a couple of 10-yard runs himself. Cam Sellers has some big-time runs and punt returns as well. So, you know, the chunk plays for the Gladiators have been enabling them to not have to depend on grinding out 4 or 5 yards per play. Like Boyne City, you're starting to get the sense that the Ramblers are having a hard time finding offense because they're unable to create those big burst plays.
And it's kind of a double-edged sword, right, Charles, in that the 2 turnovers have been sprung by Traverse City trying to pass the ball more, but at the same time, it's what's allowing them to kind of get those chunk plays.
Yeah.
So if you're Boyne City, I understand that you have Ryan Spate. I understand he's amazing. I understand we want to keep giving him the ball, but at the same time, you got to lay it out there a little bit. We're down a touchdown. We're getting the ball here to start the third quarter. This game is not over if you're a Boyne City Rambler here, not even close.
That's right. I mean, and you just said it. The Gladiators have been enabled by their proficiency in the pass game.
Yep, exactly right.
You know, Boyne City can't put 10 men at the line of scrimmage like the Gladiators are doing defensively to this Rambler team. Will the Ramblers be able to schematically get some one-on-ones, maybe get some guys streaking free in the backside of this Traverse City St. Francis defense and, you know, maybe clear out some of the defenders that are, you know, just hanging out at the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's one thing. We're going to tell you about that next after this.
Collar Clinic, providing peace of mind and local customer service with the latest GPS collars, bark collars, e-collars, beeper collars, accessories, and replacement parts, protecting your dog's safety and giving you the confidence that you'll be hunting with your dog, not for them. Collar Clinic, your e-collar specialist in northern Michigan for over 35 years.
Excavating has been providing residential and commercial excavating services in northern Michigan for over 32 years. Their services also include shoreline work as well as commercial and residential snow removal. Based in Traverse City, their services extend throughout the 5-county area, but would love to hear from you about a larger project from outside of the area as well. With a goal in mind to provide the best result for their customers, be sure to give them a call at 231-929-9259 or visit them online at popexcavating.com.
All right, here we are. Welcome back into the Grand Traverse Hauling halftime show here. Charles Strail, Camden Muselick here. Traverse City St. Francis up 14-7. It's a one-score game, but even though it is a one-possession game, we haven't seen Boyne City be able to air it out in the passing game. Camden, how can the Ramblers get something going through the air?
Well, the good news, if you're a Boyne City Rambler, we've seen 2 passing attempts really in the game so far.
Right.
The first one, we had a wide open corner route, I believe out of Alger.
Yeah.
And then on the second one, again, Alger, the ball was a little underthrown and overthrown the first time respectively. I think if you're a Boyne City coach on this coaching staff, Let's get our quarterback a little confidence. Maybe let's throw the ball 2 times in a row. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can get him in a little rhythm and see if we can stretch this Gladiator defense out a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen Drew Neer look comfortable back there in the pocket. A lot of times he's wanting to extend the play, and that might just be because they want those routes to develop, and the Gladiators are playing good, typical man-to-man, almost like cover 0 press man out on the perimeter because they're so close to the line of scrimmage against these Boyne City receivers. If their Ramblers ever have a good time for like a double move, it would be sometime in this second half. You know, maybe like a hitch and go, or what a lot of teams like to do is run like a fake tunnel screen and then slip one of the blockers out down the sideline. So you got to be on guard for that if you're a Traverse City St. Francis defender or fan. You never really know the tricks that Boyne City has. And one thing I would say going into this game, both teams defensively wanted to be able to stop the other team's fastball, their go-to. And
if you're Boyne City, that is
stopping the Gladiators, you know, dealing cards back there in the backfield. They've done a good job of that. The
counters, etc.
The sweeps, the counters, the jet motion, straight handoffs. If you're the
Gladiators, it's 2 words.
Right.
Ryan Spate. I mean, that kind of touches all your bases there. And they've done a pretty good job. Obviously, Ryan's stats going to look a little bit inflated because he had the one long run, which, of course, was capped off with a touchdown.
Yeah.
So it was very important. But other than that one long run, they've kind of held him at bay at least as much. There's a saying, and I think it goes something along the lines of if you can't stop him, you can only hope to contain him. And I think they've done a pretty good job containing him so far.
Yeah, I would concur with that sentiment so far. And, you know, I really think that if both of these teams play a clean game in the second half, Boyne City with the penalties, St. Francis with the turnovers, it very well could come down to the final possession between these 2 teams. You know, Boyne City has had these penalties that have enabled these St. Francis offensive drives, and the Gladiators haven't truly been able to take advantage of the free yards that Boyne City has been giving them, providing them because of the turnovers. So we'll have a lot to be determined and a lot you will need to watch and just kind of watch for coming in the second half. This has been the Grand Traverse Hauling halftime show here. We're going to step aside. When we come back, third quarter action between the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators and the Boyne City Ramblers. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching high school football streaming live on nextlevelbroadcasting.net and on YouTube at Next Level Broadcasting. Camden and I are going to get some water, maybe get a hot dog, and we'll be back after this.
The Grand Traverse Hauling and Junk Removal know how to help you in times of need, whether you are in the middle of a remodel or just have too much clutter in your life. They work hard to clean up your living space in no time, and if you want to tackle the project on your own, simply call them to drop off one of their nearly 24 dumpsters from 6 cubic yards in size and larger. These folks love what they do and love to help you too. So give them a call today at 231-649-5696 or visit them online at www.grandtravershauling.com. Excavating has been providing residential and commercial excavating services in northern Michigan for over 32 years. Their services also include shoreline work as well as commercial and residential snow removal. Based in Traverse City, their services extend throughout the 5-county area, but would love to hear from you about a larger project from outside of the area as well. With a goal in mind to provide the best result for their customers, be sure to give them a call at 231-929-9259 or visit them online at popexcavating.com.
Outdoors? Do you like action, being part of a team, and big machines? At Team Elmer's, we're not just building roads and infrastructure, we're building dreams and communities. And as a 100% employee-owned company, we value every employee owner with a commitment to excellence and a culture where everything we do it with heart. Every day brings new opportunities for adventure. Apply now at teamelmers.com/careers and to be part of something extraordinary.
At American Liner Systems, they have 3 main goals in mind. They want to do the best possible job for their customers, ensure farm and industrial safety, and protect the environment all at the same time. No matter how big or small your job site or farm is, they have many eco-safe solutions like machinery catch basins, fuel and chemical storage, manure lagoons, fertilizer containment solutions, equipment maintenance pads, and so much more. To keep our freshwater clean and our forests green, visit AmericanLinerSystems.com or call 231-258-4200 for a free quote so you can protect tomorrow's environment today.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza.
Today's game is brought to you by Redmond Automotive, Pop Excavating, Cherry Capital Airport, Twin Bay Docks, American Liners, BC Pizza, Alpers Excavating, Grand Traverse Hauling, Collar Clinic, 3 West, Team Elmers. That's the pizza.
All right, here we are, ready to get things rocking and rolling in the third quarter of action. Sam Wildfong sending it away for the Gladiators. Back deep to return for the Ramblers is Spate, and that one's fumbled by Alger. He picks it back up, but a huge play made by the Gladiators on special teams. First man in there to make that breathtaking tackle was Tyler Thompson. So the third quarter started off with a bang.
The same way we ended this first half there, with Tyler Thompson making a good little stick.
Both teams hitting hard here through 2 quarters of play. And we're pleased to have you with us as we begin the third quarter between the Gladiators and the Ramblers. Charles Strail along with Camden Musilek, Ryan Lujan running our sideline camera, Ryan Bentley with his photography up top. All 21 points in this game scored in the first quarter. So both teams pitching a shutout in the second quarter. We'll see what we have in store for us in the second half. We'll start off with Neer in the pistol formation with Spate behind him. He's going to turn and hand to Spate up the middle. Spate breaking into the seam. Spate down the sideline. Spate brought down by his shoestrings by Braden Tharp. And Ryan Spate opens this third quarter up with a bang.
As the wind picks up here on a Friday evening in Boyne City, a stir from the Ramblers as Spate breaks off a big run.
Yeah, apologies. That was Tyler Cadlick on the potentially touchdown-saving tackle. That's the second big play that Ryan Spate has made here in this game, and he does it here at a great time for the Ramblers on their opening possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, and Spate coming out of halftime looking refreshed. We had seen maybe a little wear and tear there after the first 2 quarters.
There's a misfire in the backfield as Hewitt has the handoff. A penalty marker does fly in at the end of the run. We'll check the laundry on the field, and we've done that quite a bit. So we're going to go down to our sideline camera and see if we can read the lips of the officials. And it was thrown at the 30-yard line, as you can see there. I'd imagine this one's going to be a hold. Yep, so that will be a hold called against Boyne City. That will back them up to roughly the 40-yard line. There's a handoff to Hewitt, and Hewitt brought down by Jack Gruber and a lot of other Gladiators there on the stop.
Kind of the same thing we saw in the first half so far. The occasional Spate big play, and other than that, Boyne City a little bit stagnant. See if they can kind of, it's just, those big plays are great, but these drives are stalling out if you can't get the 3, 4, 5-yard gains.
Yeah.
Immediately it's a 1-yard loss, a 2-yard loss, a penalty. Boyne City's kind of shooting themselves in the foot here.
Here is second down and 20. Gladiators trying to make a stop after a big play by Ryan Spate. Hand off to Hewitt. Hewitt dragged down for a tackle for loss. DeCarlis there for the Gladiators. Nice play. I see you, 51. Actually, That's Ben DeCarolis on a TFL.
And he got up and let the Ramblers know about that one, too.
That's what you got to do when you make a big play like that, getting the TFL. It's going to be, well, that's a tackle for a loss if you're new to the acronyms of football. But
one hand on the back of the jersey. Get over here.
Yeah, I mean, he had a fingertip grab of the jersey.
Yeah, absolutely.
And brought him down. That's grip strength right there. That's, playing Xbox.
Sure.
Getting some good, strong fingers. As there's a handoff to Hewitt on the jet sweep. Hewitt cuts it up and is brought down by Cam Sellers and Harrison Shepard. Stopped at the 35.
And again here, Charles, that's going to bring up a 4th and long despite a promising drive for the Ramblers to open up the third quarter.
And as once again we go back down to our sideline camera angle, you see this is a packed house here in Boyne City, not only with Rambler faithful, but Gladiator Nation adjacent to us here from where we're broadcasting live from. 4th down. Let's see if the Ramblers can have a special teams special like the Gladiators have had twice with Warren Asher back there. This time Alger punting it for the Ramblers. It's a high kick, and it's going to check up at about, the 12-yard line.
Boyne's, again, not quite a Warren level punt there from the Ramblers, but again, it's going to give the Gladiators a long field to have to work with at least.
It's what you would call a usable punt.
Very usable, very utilizable, if you will.
Like if that's your lob wedge on the golf course,
sure,
you've got about
we're dancing.
You've got about a 20-foot 2-putt for par,
and we're going to get out of there. And unless you're Camden Muslick, and then you're 3-putting those. Unfortunately.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep, and the worst of us. Think about
Here's
that,
first
Charles.
and 10 now for the Gladiators at the 10-yard line. Tyler Endress is going to keep this one, work around the right side of the line. Hewitt on the stop. And right now these defenses are locked in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can tell that both teams poured over scouting this week.
I mean, and that's, I guess, what I would like to see. It feels like both these teams have their bread and butters that they're kind of sticking with. We've seen the 7 plays, the 6 plays. I know there's something that they've ran, something in the back pocket. Last game of the year, we're in a 1-score game. Pull it out, Ramblers. Pull it out, Gladiators. Show me something special here.
Here's Tyler Endress going to turn and hand off. Tackle in the backfield made by the Ramblers. There's a TFL, and it looked like a lot
came out late.
Yeah, a lot of extracurricular activity as the ball popped out late. But, wow, both defenses pinning their ears back here.
Yeah,
go ahead.
They're going to rule them down, but boy, oh boy, if that counter's kind of dried up here for the Gladiators in the second half, the Ramblers have looked good on defense. We're seeing 2 well-rested defenses, much like we saw in that first half, come out hot, and then we'll see on these second and third possessions if we can get some big plays out of the offenses again, much like pretty much parallel, pretty much mirrored to that first half.
Tyler Endress is going to keep this one on the design quarterback keeper. Ryan Spade there to meet him and throw him down. This will be a gain of roughly 5 yards on that 3rd down carry. It'll bring up a 4th down, and the Gladiators will send Warren Asher and the punt team back out on the field.
Endress is feeling that one a little bit. Not a small guy himself, but boy, oh boy, Ryan Spate bearing down on you. Not a fun task.
Warren Asher sending this one away. It's going to bounce inside of the 50-yard line, be downed by the Gladiators at the Gladiator 48-yard line, where the Ramblers will take over 1st and 10 inside Gladiator territory here. So the Ramblers will break the huddle inside of the Gladiator 50-yard line. And here's the snap. Near's going to hand off to Hewitt. Hewitt bounces it out to his right. Hewitt turns the corner, eventually brought down by Charlie Olivier, and he's tackled inside the 40. About an 8-yard gain on first down. Braxton Lisinski also in on the stop. Second and 1 now for the Ramblers. Trying to even this game up with a touchdown.
And one thing I will say for the Ramblers, they've been patient. They have been patient. They've been carrying the Spate torch here as he continues to carry defenders with him. The man is an absolute force. A stiff arm later and 6 defenders, and that's a Rambler first down. As another drive kind of starts to come to fruition, we'll see if they can kind of cap this one off versus unfortunately ending a little bit early, as we've seen the last several Rambler drives do.
Here's 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. Ball came out.
Hewitt picked it up.
Yeah. And you could hear this Gladiator sideline say ball.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, it certainly did come out.
Right on cue. Again, a little miscue for the Ramblers. We're still waiting for that big play, that clean drive. Obviously, the one run that Spate broke off. Other than that, it's been pretty limited.
There's a handoff up the middle. Owen Hewitt. He's got about
3-4 yards there for Hewitt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right there, Charlie Olivier doing a good job filling the hole. It's a big 3rd down now for the Boyne City Ramblers. There's a handoff to Ryan Spate. Ryan Spate met by a host of Gladiators. He will not have a first down. This is going to be a 4th and 5 after the Gladiators making a nice stop on Ryan Spate, as you see the men climbing up off the pile.
And if you're the Ramblers threatening here, I'd be very, very tough pressed to either try and kick this ball or punt it away. I am going for this. We have 4th and 4. We're down a score. If I'm the Ramblers, this is my sellout play here. This is where everything kind of, we toss it away. This is either our bread and butter give to Spade up the middle, or
you hard count. You hard count here?
I don't. I go play action here.
There's a
they went
Spate up the
they
middle.
Went Spate.
And he's got a first down brought down by Braxton Lisinski. And that's a first down for the Ramblers. That's just a straight inside give.
As much as I would have liked to see play action there, I love how patient the Ramblers are staying and letting your best player. Oh,
we do have a Gladiator down, and that looks like it is. Let me see from our picture here. I believe that's Charlie Olivier who's down for the Gladiators after that Ryan Spate first down run. We're going to step aside here, folks, and we'll be back after this.
All right, guys, here's what we get.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza, hometown handmade gourmet.
Coach, what do we do? We get BC Pizza.
BC Pizza, BC Pizza.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products. Experience the difference with Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union. Visit tcfedcu.org for more.
As they're still attending to Charlie Olivier, he's going to get some attention coming off the field. That's a big blow for the Gladiators. I mean, a senior there who has fought arm and leg to try to get back this season after having a tough time recovering from an injury. This is the third game that he's played in his senior year, and well, we wish him the best as he's helped off the field.
Yeah, having a tough time putting any pressure on that left leg there.
It'll be it's going to be hard to kind of get back to football after, we see that sight. As here's the first down handoff. There's Spate up the middle. Spate's going to score it for a Rambler touchdown. And Boyne City has struck, and they're within 1 point here as they fire the cannon, and Boyne City goes back within 1 point.
Goodness, I jumped on that cannon fire there. The first one seemed much more muted comparatively, Charles. The tie it up cannon was a little louder than the we're still down a touchdown cannon.
I think they should have Ryan Spate firing the cannon.
They should have Ryan Spate manning the cannon, firing the cannon as the cannonball, perhaps. The man is really a jack of all trades, a man who wears many hats, and a master of all, rather than a master of none.
This is a bad snap in the backfield. Spate has to pick it up. He's looking. He's going to try and pump fake throw over the middle, and it's no good.
I like it.
So that could be a monumental missed point after attempt for Boyne City.
Absolutely huge play. And Spate did everything he could, as we've seen him do all day today. You kind of saw that during the headlights look for about 1 second, then he said, well, we'll see what we can do. As Charles,
I mean, this
eagerly peers onto the
this game has had everything. I mean, you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is a great game so far. It's been really a treat, and I feel extremely privileged to be able to call it with you, Charles. And I'm having a grand time. And what better way to spend your Friday evening than with us here? We have a timeout here as Boyne City looks to kind of readjust after that missed opportunity on the extra point kick. Again, down 1 point. It seems as though the Gladiators do have the edge in the kicking department as well. That 1 point could be absolutely monumental in this game. And if you're a Rambler fan, you just hope that it doesn't come back to bite you. As perhaps if one more Rambler score is punched in here, perhaps we will get to see another good old-fashioned 2-point conversion. Sorry about that.
What did I miss?
You missed just a whole lot more just chit-chat and good football. That's all you missed, Charles.
I like that. I like that.
Just good ball and talk. That's what we're bringing to the table here this Friday evening.
This one's returned by the Gladiators. Harrison Shepard with the head of steam up the far sideline. Harrison Shepard has breakaway speed. Look at him go. Harrison Shepard's going to take this one to the crib. 80-yard touchdown. Kickoff returned by, actually, that's not Harrison Shepard. That's Tyler Thompson.
Tyler is having himself a game here in these last 3 quarters. Oh, my goodness.
Tyler Thompson says, hold my football, watch this.
Goodness gracious. I mean, it was literally a cloud of dust, and that was it. Tyler was gone.
What a
return.
Lightning strikes here. We're number 15.
I mean, he started jogging from the 22-yard line. He was looking around, and the only person who was even in the picture was another Gladiator. He said, come on, bud. You can come with me. We can score this together.
And that's the special teams execution we've seen all night long by the Gladiators. Now this is a big, huge point after attempt here for Wildfong. It's a good snap. Shepard with a hold. It's blocked. And guess who? Ryan Spate keeping this a 1-score game.
I mean, that was the play right there, Ryan. I mean, blocking that kick is...
You have to have it.
I mean, you have to have it. They're going to get another chance to at least tie this game with a extra point, or if not, of course, go for the win here with 2. But that's a huge, huge blocked extra point there for the Ramblers. We await the kickoff here from St. Francis. Of course, the Ramblers are looking to answer They did a good job punching that first score in. Of course, still a couple missed opportunities for the Ramblers they would like to have back. This score could look much different.
Well, if you're just now joining us, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Rewind the last minute and a half of this game, and you're going to see a streak of white wearing number 15. And that's Tyler Thompson, who took a kickoff return for a touchdown immediately after Boyne City had scored to make it a 1-point game.
And Wildfong looks to put that big leg on this one as well. We'll see if maybe Boyne City can finally get some fireworks going in the special teams department.
So this is Sam Wildfong getting ready to send this one away again. Back deep for the Ramblers. This one's fielded by Hewitt.
Here we go.
Hewitt bringing it out. He's got a lane up the middle and brought down eventually. A really nice play made by Tyler Thompson on special teams again, doing it on offense and defense, 15 and white.
Take a bow, young man.
We see you.
Absolutely, having a whale of a game.
So Boyne City will have to find the answer once again. Now, we would be remiss if we didn't say that we want to send our warm regards and thoughts to Charlie Olivier. He was helped off the field by a couple of his teammates here. Wasn't able to put any pressure on one of his feet. So the Gladiators will have a substitute coming in for Olivier. Let's see if this defense can buckle down here and tackle Ryan Spate as he's going to get this handoff, working off right tackle. He sheds one tackle, but eventually gang tackled by the rest of the Gladiator defense. And this will be...
Ryan Spate's got a little Derrick Henry to him. It takes him maybe a little minute to get the legs churning, but once they start going, goodness gracious, good luck.
Yeah. Both teams have scored in this third quarter. Actually, both teams with 6 points apiece. The Ramblers did not get their point after, and Ryan Spate blocked the Gladiator point after attempt. So we're still at a 7-point game, even though both teams have scored touchdowns.
And I'm getting notifications on my phone. People are asking. We're waiting for something from this Boyne City offense. Give us a pass. Give us something. There it is, right on cue.
Near's going to drop back to
hit
throw.
As he threw.
And that one was a good job by that pass rush by the Gladiators.
Yep.
That one was going nowhere as...
That was number 44 there for the Gladiators.
Yeah, that's Matthew Kane who applied the pressure. And...
Matthew Kane's not a little guy himself.
No, you see Matthew Kane there right in the frame.
Yeah. That's a big boy hitting your arm as you go to cock back that one to throw it.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Boyne City kind of opening up the playbook there. You usually think that second down they're going to run it. Here's 3rd and 5. Near is going to turn and hand off to Ryan Spate. Spate's got a block, stiff-armed at the 35. Spate is on the roll, tripped up inside the Gladiator territory, tackled by Harrison Shepard, but Ryan Spate puts the Ramblers inside the Gladiator 50, and the Ramblers are rolling.
And offhand, Charles, I can think of a 60-plus yard carry, a 30-plus yard carry, and right there, what was that, maybe 18 to 20 yards?
Yeah, we talked about the chunk plays that each team was having in the first half. It was only one chunk play by Spate in the first half. He's got 2 here so far in the third.
And so he's well over 100 yards now, Charles, as Spate. What did we say, 2 touchdowns? You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, and he's starting to break out of that container a little bit here in the second half.
And it looks like we've got an encroachment against the Gladiators. This will be a free 5 yards. The Boyne City Ramblers will say thank you. This ball will be moved to the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5.
They said it's not us this time.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of pre-snap penalties in this one. So
another promising drive here for the Ramblers.
Yeah, and can the Gladiator defense make a stand?
That's what we're waiting on. We've seen it all day. We've seen, and obviously helped with some Boyne City mistakes. But
there's a handoff. This is a new running back for the Ramblers this time, and that is Leon Zhang rumbling down for a first down.
He's cramping.
And
the boys are helping him out.
And as they attend to
Brady Snyder there, giving him a stretch, being a good teammate. We also saw Hewitt over there tending to him.
Yeah, and anytime, I shouldn't say anytime, most of the time you see a player reach for that calf or the stretch up near the foot, that's a good indication of a cramp.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is cramp city. This is a calf cramp. It looks like both legs, unfortunately, got him at the same time. Maybe a little dehydration for Leon. Couple with, first carry of the night. Got that adrenaline going.
Here's a nice shot. Ron Lujan working our sideline camera there. That's trainer 101 right there. If you need to work out some cramp in somebody's calf, that's exactly what you do.
Oh, we had a nice spit shot there.
That was sweet.
Yeah, we got a good one.
little cameo.
From field level. That's awesome. I'm all in.
We've got our friends over here near our setup here are saying he's okay, walk it off. I like it.
Good.
While we have an opportunity to do so, we want to tell you about Team Elmers. Established in 1956, and ever since, Team Elmers has been committed to building better communities, and they're proud to be bringing you Gladiator football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Team Elmers is a proud sponsor of the hardest working player of the game tonight. That's Team Elmers, building better communities. Here's 1st and 10 for the Ramblers inside the Gladiator 30. Hewitt in motion. There's a handoff to Ryan Spate, and Spate's brought down by...
Not yet.
The initial tackle was made by Braxton Lisinski, but we do have a Gladiator down. Getting some help off the turf was
Everybody's okay.
Evan Bellinger. It looks like he's able to kind of get back up.
A lot of bodies there trying to tackle Spate.
It's some
physical. It's a group effort. It's a group effort.
Physical smash mouth football.
Yep.
When you play Boyne City, as they say, you better strap on your helmet and fasten those shoulder pads tightly because it takes a village to tackle Ryan Spate.
Yeah, and it's really just him. He's a force back there. You can see
Here's 2nd and 6, handoff to Spate. Big time play made in the backfield by the Gladiators. Coming on the blitz was Michael Frederick.
He's probably outweighing that matchup by about 60 pounds. Not a care in the world.
And that's why they teach form tackling at youth levels of football, because Michael Frederick, that was coach tape right there.
We have not seen a lot of one-on-one tackles of Ryan Spate this evening. He made that one look pretty easy.
That was a great job by Michael Frederick. We interviewed him at the end of last week's game, and he was really pumped up to be playing this game here against another playoff opponent in Boyne City. 5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Boyne does get a playoff. It's a keeper by Near. Near slips a tackle and is eventually brought down by Evan Bellinger. And that's going to bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play here. Both teams put 6 points on the board. We're going to step aside, reset. 4th quarter coming up in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching this presentation of high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products. Experience the difference with Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union. Visit tcfedcu.org for more.
Twin Bay Docks' exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
All right, here we are, 4th quarter underway. It's crunch time. Boyne City Ramblers, Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators, week 9 of the high school football season. There's a lot riding on the line. We'll get to that after this play. But as it stands, it's 4th down for the Ramblers, 4th and 4. Handoff up the middle. That's Ryan Spate. Ryan Spate dragging Gladiator defenders, and this will be a first down. That's the same play they scored the touchdown on, Camden, just working in between right guard and right tackle. Spate found a little bit of wiggle room in there and was able to pick up the yards needed.
And it's really when he gets past that line of scrimmage. We've seen almost all the one-on-one tackles of Ryan happen behind the line of scrimmage. Once he gets those shoulders forward, gets those feet moving, it's tough for a corner or even a weak side linebacker to make that tackle one-on-one when he has that momentum going behind him.
1st and 10 from the Gladiator 11. There's a handoff to Spate. Puts his shoulder down. There's a lot of contact there. Spate is tackled at the 7-yard line. We have another Gladiator down, actually. Nope, he's going to pop back up. Tackled by Evan Bellinger and Cam Sellers. This is a physical football game.
And you can tell Ryan wants this one, man. It feels like it's that whole Gladiator defense. If I'm Boyne City, there's no way this ball can go to anybody else right now. I'm sorry. It's 5 yards. It's our best way to get 5 yards every single time.
There's a handoff to Hewitt up the middle. He leapfrogs two defenders in. Hewitt is in. He's waiting for a signal. He's in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Hewitt. And the Boyne City Ramblers are 1 point away from tying this game. Owen Hewitt has put the Ramblers on the board. That was a 7-yard touchdown run.
And we've been waiting for somebody else. And finally, Hewitt was able to break one off there for the Ramblers. Very well done. Really a good drive. That was kind of the longest sustained drive we've seen for the Ramblers this whole day. And it was kind of that grinded out, of course, a couple decent runs there from Spate. We had the 20-yarder, a couple 7-yarders. But really just a pretty good drive there by the Ramblers. And this is going to be maybe the biggest extra point of the year to date so far?
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
Is that a fair assessment?
Near to hold, Spate to kick. It's a good snap. It's a good kick, and we are tied at 20 points. We got to adjust our scoreboard because we gave the Gladiators an extra point of credit when they didn't have it, but we're tied at 20, people. Gladiator football, when we return, well, actually, we're going to keep it right here. And thanks to more of our sponsors who've been allowing us to bring Gladiator football to you all season long. I want to give a shout out to Magnum Hospitality and Piggio's Pizza, Red Mesa Grill, and Cafe Sante. Since 1983, Piggio's Pizza has been serving their award-winning pizzas to Traverse City and all of Grand Traverse County, a taste bud shattering experience after each bite. And you can experience that 7 days a week from 11 to 10 p.m. with curbside pickup and delivery service. There's no excuse to not make Piggio's your next dinner selection. And if pizza won't suffice, let Magnum Hospitality spice up your dining experience at Red Mesa Grill in Traverse City. Red Mesa features the perfect complement of spices to fire up your taste buds, but don't just take our word for it. Try for yourself at Red Mesa Grill in Traverse City or downtown Boyne City. This is courtesy of Magnum Hospitality, Red Mesa Grill, and Piggio's Pizza. Well, we've got 10 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in this game. Fourth quarter action going to be coming down to the wire. Charles Strail along with Camden Muselick here. The Boyne City Ramblers just scored. They're kicking off. Last time the Gladiators took one back to the house on a kickoff return. Maybe a squib kick here for Spate and the Ramblers?
I mean, it's certain, even on the ones that haven't obviously been returned for 6 there for the Gladiators, they've really done work on the special team side of the ball. And in the closest this game's been, obviously, we do see the squib, which I do love to see there if you're a Rambler.
And the squib kick is fielded by the Gladiators. And Matthew Rylson looked like actually that was Tyler Cadlick.
Yep,
looked like he slipped down there, and the turf monster got him.
And so it's going to take a valiant effort here for the Gladiators. They're going to have a whole length of the field to go. Some of the worst field position we've seen them have today.
And they'll have the ball deep within their own territory. It's marked at the 12-yard line.
They're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, we've seen some of the running plays that they like to do cut off by Boyne City here in this second half. Can they go back to the air and start getting it back through the air once again?
If I'm a Gladiator here, this wide side of the field is screaming my name. If I'm 54 here for the Ramblers, I'm looking for this ball to come right at me.
Cam Sellers on a jet sweep maybe.
Yeah.
And they're going to hand to Cam Sellers.
There it is,
Cam Sellers got speed. He's got the corner. Cam Sellers down the sideline with the first down, cuts it back into the grain. Cam Sellers with a gain of 20 yards on 1st and 10. What a change of scenery for the Gladiators. Backed up in their own end zone now at the Boyne City 33.
A great play there, obviously, by Sellers. And, yep, sure enough, to the wide side of the field. We've seen it all day, and it was successful once again there for the Gladiators.
Well, you saw in that pre-snap formation there, the ball was on the far side hash. Cam Sellers was lined up to the right of Tyler Endress, and they just gave him the ball. And he got a really nice lead block there as well.
Yep. And I like him to go back to that counter here and kind of see what they can feel out with that, but we'll see what happens.
Gun two back formation for Tyler Endress, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Spate on the tackle.
The guy
Go
is,
figure.
I mean, unstoppable.
I mean, it's so impressive how good his eyes are. As a linebacker, you've got to have great eyes. And he doesn't get fooled a lot.
And I think that's why you see specifically at the high school level so many dominant linebackers also be dominant running backs, because when you couple that linebacker size with decent vision, especially at obviously the high school level, it's a pretty special player.
Gladiators this time with Evan Bellinger behind Tyler Endress under center.
Neck brace in toe.
Cam Sellers gets the jet motion handoff. Sellers down and is brought down. A big-time play made by that Rambler defensive line. We got to give a shout-out to Caden Schoolcraft. He was in on the stop. This is going to bring up a big 3rd and about 8.
Yep, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.5 here for the Gladiators. Is it time to go through the air, Charles, or do we go sweep here? What do we think?
I think if you go through the air here, you got to do it out of the full house backfield on a play pass. I think this is a run. It's 3rd and 7.
Which tells me.
Or a hard count.
Yeah, this is hard count.
And here's a boot. Throwing deep is Tyler Endress down the field, overthrowing Cam Sellers. Cam Sellers was there. He had beaten Owen Hewitt. And just over the outstretched arm of Cam Sellers, if he catches that, that's a touchdown, Camden.
Especially if he catches it in stride. And if not, at least we're looking at a 30-yard gain there. And obviously, with this clock starting to wane down here, that would have been a big chunk play there if the Gladiators.
So they had us fooled. We were thinking run, especially out of that formation.
Yeah, they did get us.
They ran that play-action pass, and Cam Sellers had got behind the defense.
Well, it's a good play when we were all about play action, and then they made us completely discard play action with the formation. That was a great play call there. It was just couldn't get the connection.
Warren Asher sending this one away. Owen Hewitt's going to field this at his 20-yard line. He's going to cut it back across the green. A Gladiator falls down. It's pursuit time. Owen Hewitt up the far sideline. Hewitt into Gladiator territory, brought down at the 45-yard line. But a huge momentum-changing play. We do have a player down as well.
Bellinger.
It looks like it's Evan Bellinger.
Yep.
And he's popping back up. But as it stands, Owen Hewitt with a 32-yard punt return.
Big time.
This game's had everything.
It's got a little bit of everything. You need salt? We got it. You need pepper? We got it. Paprika? All the smatterings.
And they will attend to a Gladiator player who's down on the far sideline. As they're coming over to check on them. This has been a game that has had everything, like you said. Well, want to give another shout out to Pop Excavating. Hey, Traverse City, can you dig it? Well, our friends at Pop Excavating sure can. Specializing in septic systems, drain fields, house foundational footprints, land clearing, winter-time snow plowing, and much more. For your next large-scale project, leave the digging to Pop Excavating. Visit popexcavating.com for more info. That is Evan Bellinger, who's getting some assistance coming off from the athletic trainer. Also, want to give a shout out to Twin Bay Docks. Attention all water lovers. Twin Bay Docks is Northern Michigan's gold standard for your lakeside access. Trusted by consumers and distributors alike. Featuring a superior patented vinyl design, Twin Bay Docks makes living life out on the water the way it should be. Easy. With their easy-to-install dock systems, you can spend more time enjoying your dock as opposed to trying to, going through that anxiety of trying to get it taken out on time or put in the right way. That's Twin Bay Docks. Boyne City football inside Gladiator territory, 8:33 left in the game. Ryan Spate with the handoff, puts his shoulder down and eventually brought down by Cam Sellers. And looks like the first Gladiator in there was Michael Frederick, number 26, who was outweighed by a couple pounds against Ryan Spate, but he's made some really nice open field tackles.
He's put his nose in there all night. I mean, without regard, it's been pretty impressive from him, especially in the second half. We've seen a couple Spate breakout runs, but really those have been once he got out to the outside, once he hits the second level. Running at those backers, they've been doing a pretty good job of taking them on head on.
There's a handoff to Owen Hewitt on the jet sweep. Hewitt's got a first down, and he's brought down, but we'll have the first down. Does it feel like playoff football yet, Camden?
It feels a little bit like, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of felt like playoff football since that first kickoff. And we got a little bit of a chill in the air. The crowds are here. We had a little snippiness with these two teams early in the game. It's felt like playoff ball here in Northern Michigan. It's been an awesome game to be a part of.
Boyne City has scored the most recent touchdown in point after. Here's a handoff to Ryan Spade on the left side. He's got a jump cut and is brought down. What a play made. And that is a wonderful tackle made there by Matthew Rylson.
Yeah, he got Spate. He was
midair,
in the middle of stepping over his own teammate, and Rylson made sure he would go no further.
Yeah, that was a third down carry, and Boyne City picks it up and keeps it moving. The ball's on the 35-yard line of the Gladiators right now, and you're also starting to think about the time on the clock situation. We have 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the game. And here's the handoff up the middle to Spate. Brought down. Oh, man, keeps the legs turning. But a flag is down. Flag is down, and it looks like the Ramblers are backing up. It's holding. So that'll make this a first and 20 from the Gladiator 45-yard line. Both teams trying to catch their breath right now with 6:59 remaining in the fourth.
And I hate to say it, Charles, but once again, we see a critical Boyne City penalty. You know what I mean? Kind of injuring them. And it's kind of cost them all night.
They will have 3 downs. I would imagine these are 3 carries to Ryan Spate to see if he can pick up 20 yards.
Depending on how the first 2 go, absolutely.
Here's a pass near looking to throw. Dropping back. It's dropped.
Ooh, behind him.
It was intended for Brady Snyder.
He was actually open. That pass was pretty far behind him there.
And Drew Neer's got a lot of time back there in the pocket.
Yep.
From our vantage point, we couldn't see if that pass was behind Snyder.
I think that's what his 4th throw of the game, though. It's tough to get a rhythm if you're a quarterback.
Yeah. But when your bread and butter
Yeah.
is turning around and handing it off to number 3.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It really is.
2nd and 20 now coming up for Boyne City. They need to get to the Gladiator 25 for a first down. Neer's going to hand off to Spate. Spate slips through a couple tackles, and he's brought down. Give him a modest gain of about 8 to 9 yards. This is going to be a 3rd and long now for Boyne City.
The Ramblers were in desperate need, especially after that incompletion on first down, of picking that up. That was a big play for Boyne City, and maybe despite all the big-time runs we've seen from Spate tonight, that may very well have been his biggest. Just to get them into this 3rd and relatively manageable after that early flag on the Ramblers.
So this is 3rd and 13. They give him 7 yards on that 2nd down carry.
Mm-hmm.
Boyne City, you're maybe thinking 2-down territory here, depending on how much they pick up here.
Yep.
Here's a handoff to Hewitt coming around the right side. Hewitt puts his shoulder in and is eventually brought down by Matthew Rylson. And Rylson was right there to chop down Hewitt. And he gets about 3 yards on the carry. So this is a 4th and 13 and kind of actually 4th and 6, kind of no man's land right now. Ball on the 37, and Boyne's lining up to go for it.
Yep, and I agree with this coaching decision here, especially in enemy territory. The kicking game's been a little sporadic today. You're not sure how much of a field position advantage you're going to get. We have manageable here, and we have Spate and Hewitt, who have done a good job today. So if you're Boyne City, I really like your effort here to get 7 yards.
Really got to watch the hard count here. And they're going to snap it. Near thrown over the middle. He's got a completion to Alger. Alger with the catch and the first down for Boyne City. That is the second completed pass of the game for Boyne City, and they do it on 4th and 6.
Not sure we could have thought of a bigger spot for that completion there, Charles. I mean, really, the second completion of the day for the Ramblers, and it comes on 4th and 7 with 6 minutes to go in the ball game.
Check that. 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
5 minutes to go in the ball game.
20-20 is the score. Boyne City with the ball on the Gladiator 32. They just converted 1st and 20. Well, I should say a 20-yard sequence to pick up that first down and move the chains. Here's Near handing off to Spate up the middle. Spate runs into a wall, and he's got about a yard on that carry.
Could we have asked for a better football game?
I mean, I did cross my fingers.
Yeah, you were like, let me get a little magic. And I tell you what, we're getting magic here late. We're down to under the 5-minute mark here. Boyne City threatening. Even if Boyne puts it in, you have to think that Traverse City will have a little bit of time to work with to try and hopefully answer whatever Boyne can put on the board. We're in for a heck of a 4 minutes here, last 4 minutes of this football game.
I certainly concur with that sentiment. We've got 4 minutes left to go to determine the winner. Who's going to go 7-2? Who's going to host a playoff game week 1? Near in the pistol, handing off to Spate. Spate bouncing it to his left. Spate's got a lot of room. Spate breaking through a crease. He's got a touchdown.
Flag?
Flag down.
Did I see a flag? I'm not sure.
Yes, there is a flag down near the line of scrimmage. And you got to imagine that because of the way that Spate was able to get the corner.
I saw something on the edge there. We've seen that same hold a couple times tonight when somebody looks to bounce it outside. You see that defensive end or corner react, get that right arm out there that time, and then the offensive player's hands kind of exposed, getting wrapped up in his shoulder pad.
And, you know, one thing that the Ramblers have, if you look at their offensive linemen, some of them have white gloves, some of them have black gloves.
Yep.
What we were always taught when we were playing football.
It's white glove time.
We wanted gloves. We wanted our gloves to match the jersey of the opposing team. So if you look at those Ramblers offensive linemen, some of them got black with white tape, but some have black gloves. It's the little things that sometimes you can get away with.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I hate to keep harping on this, Charles, but
penalties.
They recover from a 1st and 20, and they have all the momentum on their side, and then again a first down holding on a touchdown run.
Yep.
Oh, it's just got to be absolutely backbreaking if you're a Raider player, coach, or fan here.
Yeah, Rambler. Let's reload it here. 2nd and 20. There's a pass Near looking out the far side, throwing it deep down the sideline, and it's almost intercepted.
Oh, my God, and then it was almost caught.
Thrown into triple coverage. Harrison Shepard, Rylson, and Tommy Donahue were back there deep for the Gladiators. And, you know, 3 against 1, and the Glad still don't come away with it. But another penalty against Boyne City here.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an illegal procedure. This will most likely be declined. So this is going to be 3rd and 20. They're on the 29-yard line as it stands right now. If they don't pick up a yard, it would be about a 44, 45-yard field goal. Judging from Ryan Spate's point after attempts, you would want to get this to about the Gladiator 20.
Correct.
So roughly 9 yards needed here to get into comfortable field goal range. Near pitches it out to Hewitt. Hewitt is going around the end. And Hewitt
not much there around that corner.
Did not get the yards he needed in order to give them a more comfortable field goal. It'll be 4th and 20 as Hewitt was tackled at about the line of scrimmage. They give him 6 yards on the carry. So,
is that Rambler offense still on the field?
I mean, this is gutsy here. 4th and 14.
I'm not sure. I mean, they have to be fairly confident in this circumstance that Spate can't make this kick then, right, Charles?
I mean, right now it's about a 39-yard field goal, 40-yard field goal, as it looks like Boyne City is going to take this timeout and kind of ponder their options here, and they do just that.
Got to let them kick it, I would think.
Well, while we have an opportunity to do so, let's tell you about Alpers Excavating. They're a 4-generation St. Francis community family that is proud to support St. Francis Gladiator football all season long. Family owned and operated and proudly featuring services for residential, commercial, municipal, and land clearing developments. That is Alpers Excavating. Well, if you're just now joining us, it has been a great game all game long.
Absolutely.
The Gladiators had a 1-score lead going into halftime. It was 14-7, but the Ramblers have stormed back here in the second half, outscoring the Gladiators, 13-7, as both teams have evenly matched first and second quarter scoring performances. That's how close this game has been between these two opponents this evening. Boyne City certainly bringing their A game, but both teams, we talked at halftime, could one team not turn the ball over and could one team not have penalties? And on this drive, Boyne City penalties.
It's rearing its ugly head a little bit for them for sure. And they've played so well the second half, the Ramblers have. They've really kind of put it on the Gladiators a little bit, especially compared to that first half. And it's just these self-inflicted wounds that have absolutely killed kind of these hopes. As they are sending...
They're sending out the field goal. I think this is a field goal team here.
You get confused because Spate's always in the backfield.
Right. He's in the backfield, whether it's an offensive. Yep, and they're going to attempt the field goal. So Ryan Spate, it is...
Interesting that...
Drew Neer to hold it.
Interesting that Neer got on the wrong side of the ball there.
Yeah.
I wonder what they have.
Snap is good. Kick is to the left. Looked like he pulled it.
Yep.
And the Gladiators dodge a bullet. They get the ball back on their own 24-yard line with 2 minutes 14 to go.
The kick actually did, I think, have just enough carry to get there. You're right, Charles. He just pulled it just a little bit. And by a little bit, I do mean fairly significantly, but...
And, yeah, he had enough.
He did, I think, have enough to get it there, yeah.
I think it was right at the edge of his range. So sometimes when you're right at the edge of your range.
It's like when you swing that golf club too hard and you get the dead pull to the left.
Yep.
Kind of had that going a little bit.
So the Gladiators have 2 minutes, 14 seconds left. I believe two timeouts remaining. Full house backfield. Tyler Endress dropping back to pass. He's rolling out to his right. He's going to throw this one deep down the sidelines, just throwing it away out of bounds.
Great play over on the Ramblers sideline there. That was, I believe that was big number 58, Zach Herrick, who made a good snag. Get him in, Coach. We've had a little bit of difficulty passing so far. Let Zach go snag one.
So the Gladiators now working. It's 2nd and 10, ball on their own 24-yard line. That play took about 6 seconds, so... This is 2nd down. It is certainly crunch time here from Boyne City. 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators as they break the huddle. Endress in the gun, flanked by Bellinger. Harrison Shepard in motion. Endress rolling to his right, throwing it back. Here's a pass complete. That's Wildfong. Wildfong's got a convoy. Wildfong down the sideline. First down, and he takes a big spill. Chopped down at the 40-yard line, but a pickup of 16 yards.
Wildfong was running, and then he
wasn't.
He wasn't anymore. I'm a little confused.
I think Boyne City got his legs
or
his
clothesline maneuver. I don't know what just happened, but either way, a great swing back pass. Hewitt had the pressure there for Boyne City, but once he left his position there around that right edge, it kind of opened up for Wildfong.
There's a handoff out the middle. Harrison Shepard breaks through the first line of defenses.
11 more yards.
To the Boyne City 49-yard line, and the Gladiators have something brewing here on the 49-yard line. Harrison Shepard on the nice little quick handoff.
And we've seen there now the Gladiators kind of starting to get back to it, those 10, 11-yard chunk plays a little bit.
Here's the design keeper. Tyler Endress works on the right side. Big-time stick by Ryan Spate. Actually, no.
Number 6
that was
there.
McKinney.
Whoa.
And Tyler Endress is down. Oh, man. He was trying to kind of jump over the pile, and McKinney came in there and had nasty intentions.
He really, really did. And pretty good form there on the tackle as well. It was really
Yeah, it kind of looked like Tyler had left his feet.
Yeah, and it was a little bit of the suplex maneuver there, unfortunately, for Tyler, for sure.
You know, Boyne City's defensive lineman has been causing a lot of disruption.
They have been good today.
They've been going low around the line of scrimmage, and you've seen a lot of Gladiator ball handlers have to kind of jump and leap to get over the carnage at the line of scrimmage.
We've seen the gazelle maneuver several times, really from both sides. We've seen Spade try it a couple times on the Boyne City side, and yeah, you're right. Several backs have kind of had to step through traffic there on the Traverse City side as well.
And this will be a 2nd and 8. Gladiators have shown courage here, putting the ball up in the air. And you said it earlier, Camden, the reason why they had that lead in the first half is because of their passing game. Will they be able to win this game because of their passing game?
Minute 27 left. I think we're throwing it here.
2nd and 8 for the Gladiators. Gun 2 back for Tyler Endress. He's going to drop back, straight pass over the middle. He's got Harrison Shepard had it. Couldn't reel it in.
And it's just another miss. Oh, he was open again. It's almost like these quarterbacks are overthinking it a little bit this evening. Let's lead them. Let's do this. Let's do that. You could just hit him in the chest. We don't need yards after catch there even. It's 20 yards and he gets out of bounds.
Here's something interesting. It's 3rd and 8, maybe one of the bigger plays of the game, and your home run or one of your home run hitters, Cam Sellers, isn't on the field, so you don't have that at least bluff of a threat. Gladiators come out in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the top and bottom. Endress flanked to his right by Bellinger. Endress drops back to pass, throws over the middle.
Pass interference.
And it's not.
Oh, he slipped.
Harrison Shepard wasn't able to keep his feet on that out route. Actually, that was just like a little 6-yard out.
Yep.
So the Gladiators with a decision to make here. It's 4th and 8. With the way that Warren Asher's been punting here, I would imagine this is punt.
It's tough because almost in that circumstance, if we were thinking about going for it on 4th down, you run there. Just because that clock gets a little lower, Boyne City has a little bit less time to work with. We maybe get to 4th and a little more manageable. Unfortunately here, I agree with this decision to punt this football.
You Dan Campbell in it here and going for it?
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Not in a tie game with a minute 20 left. Boyne City, other than those couple breakout runs from Spate, has not shown the ability to really mount a full drive.
Warren Asher sends this one away. It's a high punt. Fielded. Ball came out, but a fair catch was caught and called for by Boyne City. They will have it on their own 10-yard line. They'll have the length of the field to go with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. It's week 9, but
Charles, I can't stress the importance of these punts. I mean, the fact that Boyne City
I think I might be smelling some overtime.
No, he's not. He's giving us an overtime call with a minute 12 seconds to go. I like it, Mr. Stroud.
I just think the way that these defense and this Gladiator defense has been playing, that they're going to hold them here.
We're headed for some extra minutes.
Watch number 3.
Yeah, that would be my guess here.
There's a handoff to Spate on the right side. Spate is going to be dragged down by about 8.
12?
8 glad hands.
We can use 11, but we got 12 out there just to stop Spate.
He's got about 7 yards on 8 yards on the carry.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with this decision. They're going slow here.
And it looks like Boyne City's slow playing this one as well. As they'll come to the line of scrimmage, 40 seconds left to go in the game.
And if you're Boyne City, they had it.
Near looking to throw, a lot of pressure, and it's incomplete, intended for Hewitt on the little sideline out-breaking route.
I would say we want to be careful on the late sideline out routes because those are what has pick 6 written all over them, and that could potentially end this game if you're a Boyne City Rambler fan.
Yeah, those out-breaking routes.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Late to the sideline. You're asking for trouble.
With pressure and your quarterback off his back foot.
And you know St. Francis likes to play man.
And they're all up on that line anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm either...
Here's 3rd down. This is Ryan Spate. I don't think they're putting this one up in the air.
I'd throw a double move. I swear I would.
There's a jump by the Gladiators.
Oh, it's a free play. Oh, it was a free play.
It was a free play, but they had the run call.
Yeah.
So the Gladiators jumped. And this should be an encroachment.
Didn't call a flag?
Actually, there maybe – okay, here's what happened. The near side official deemed that the Gladiator got
back in time.
And,
yeah,
but
exactly
here's the thing. if Boyne City would have reacted, it would have been a penalty.
The encroachment. That's exactly right.
Right. So we've got a timeout taken by the Gladiators. Ryan Spate did not pick up the first down. It's 4th and 1 with 23 seconds remaining to go. If you're just now tuning into tonight's game, there's a lot of people tuning in. Want to give a shout out to Zebra Bob watching from Vero Beach, Bradenton, Florida.
There we go.
Also, David K watching from Vero Beach as well. And
what is that, David Keldgaard? There we go. What is that, like a Northern European something? I like it, David. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us here at Next Level Broadcasting. We're bringing this one to you so you can be watching this from the comfort of wherever you find comfort. 4th and 1 now for Boyne City. And near in like a pistol formation, trying a hard count.
They got him.
Did they get him?
I don't know. We got a lot of applause happening. And somebody twitched, I guess, because it looks like they're walking this one off. Yeah.
So a huge hard count deployed by the Ramblers to get a free 5 yards. And that actually saved Boyne City
a need to punt, really.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because
right.
if they don't get that, they're going to take a 5-yard delay of game penalty and punt it.
From close to their own end zone, and obviously myself being a Michigan fan, I'm very familiar with what can happen with punts at the end of the game.
So a mental blunder by the Gladiators there will allow the Ramblers a fresh set of downs.
I mean, this is going to tell us a lot about the Gladiators, or the Ramblers playing here. If this is give to Spade, I think they're content going to overtime.
Yeah, Spade's going to get it around the right side. He's
Oh
still
my
running.
goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Spade's got a lot of room, and he's brought down, give him about 12 yards on the carry. So just when you think that the Ramblers are, content to let this thing wind down, they had it 4th and 1.
Yep.
Ryan Spate pops a run. They're out to the Rambler 37. The clock will start here on the ready for play after the chains reset.
I'm assuming Boyne City must have called a timeout there.
No, the clock, fourth quarter timing rules doesn't start until the ready for play, as there it is. Near looking to throw over the middle. It's caught.
Oh, my God, they went hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder. Owen Hewitt down the sideline. Owen Hewitt tackled by, was it Cam Sellers? Or Harrison Shepard saving the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Owen Hewitt down inside the 20-yard line. The Ramblers have 8 seconds left. The hook and ladder pulled out of the bag of tricks for Boyne City. Sets them up inside the 20-yard line. What a play call. Wow.
And all of a sudden, if you're the Ramblers here, you have to assume maybe one more run and a timeout and we try and kick it? Or
well, the ball's on the Gladiators 17. If you are the Ramblers, I think they just took their last timeout.
Was that their last one? That's why I was curious. Because I wasn't sure if
because they blew it. They took a timeout in the third quarter.
That's right. During that situation of the Gladiator momentum there in the third quarter, they did have to reset. Okay, this gets a lot more interesting now. I think that this ball, I mean, you got to go in the air for a play, right?
Ball's on the 17.
I mean, you can't afford to run it.
I think you're sending out the field goal unit.
Just right now with 8 seconds left?
Yeah, 32-yard field goal.
I'd throw it once, I think.
Let's see what Boyne City has up their sleeve here.
Looks like they're kicking it. I see a T. I see a T.
And it will be Ryan Spate on to redeem himself if they do intend to kick this field goal.
It is.
This will be
for the ball game.
34-yard field goal for Ryan Spate. And this is for the game. Ryan Spate kicks it up. Ryan Spate's kick is good. Ryan Spate puts the Ramblers up by 3 with 3.4 remaining in the game, redeeming himself after missing a 44-yard attempt on their previous possession. And Boyne City, after it looked like their drive was going nowhere, goes up by 3 on the Spate 34-yarder.
And if you're Boyne City, what a change of events from the first half of this game. Are you kidding me? And Ryan Spate, I mean, I hate to harp on it, but can you just shout that kid out one more time? What a game he's had. 2 touchdowns, had a touchdown called back late, missed the kick, came back, I mean, right down the upright. I mean, however, that being said, Charles, we've seen the special teams be a bit of a struggle for the Ramblers, and I would have to assume that St. Francis is we're going to see the playbook emptied here on this return.
Well, the play that changed the game here was 4th and 1 from inside the Boyne
Correct.
City 20.
Yep.
Boyne City went with a hard count. Gladiators flinched, and then Boyne City after that was playing with pure house money.
Isn't it amazing, like the effect that can that trickle down butterfly effect that happens from that one jump? It really shows, and it makes you wonder how Boyne City was able to overcome all those penalties in the first half.
And penalties in the fourth quarter.
Penalties in the fourth quarter. Obviously, we saw St. Francis with a couple as well. But, I mean, yeah, you would think that – I mean, it's been an impressive effort from Boyne City to be able to kind of battle through those. And who else? Ryan Spade to kick us off here. They go with the squib. This is it.
Fielded by the Gladiators. That's Isaac Kerr.
Isaac
Kerr tackled at the 35-yard line, and that will do it. The Boyne City Ramblers come back from one score down at halftime and beat the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators 23-20. What a game here in Boyne City. The Gladiators are stunned.
I'm stunned. I'm speechless. I have no words.
What?
It felt like the Gladiators legitimately outplayed Boyne City for the entirety of that game, and then it really just felt like Spate was kind of the great equalizer.
Well,
and that was that.
Let's say this: Boyne City they had penalties, but they played a cleaner game because they didn't have the big turnovers like the Gladiators did. If you think about it, the Gladiators gave up an opportunity at points before the second quarter with the interception that was made by Ryan Spate.
And we talked about it all night with the Gladiator chunk plays, those 10, 11, 12-yard runs. It just felt like in that second half when Boyne City was breaking those chunk plays, it was 30, 40, 50-yard runs that Spate was rattling off. And the Gladiators just unfortunately didn't have an answer for him.
Yeah, I mean, and you do got to think that the attrition there played a part for it for Traverse City St. Francis, as well as they were battling. It seemed like oftentimes that players were coming up a little bit shook, but
goodness.
But I think if I had to summarize this is very much the epitome of what this season has been for the Gladiators, because they've dominated a lot of games. Against Jackson Lumen Christi, they were right in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't able to make the big play or had a turnover. Even against Lawton, a high-quality opponent they played, they still had critical turnovers. Against Kingsley, they had some critical turnovers, but they still managed to win. Critical turnovers here versus Boyne City, but they weren't able to overcome them tonight.
That's exactly right. It was really, that's what we saw. We saw mistakes by both teams. It was who was going to kind of be able to manage those better. And we just saw, it looked like it was going to be Traverse City in the first half, able to overcome those two turnovers early, and they had a lead, or rather, were we tied going into half?
It was 14-7.
14. Yeah, I thought that that the Gladiators had the lead there going into halftime, and unfortunately, it all kind of fell apart. It all unraveled a little bit for. I mean, I'm still stunned, Charles. I have the hook and ladder. I mean,
the hook and ladder play.
I have no words.
I will say this: the Boyne City defense in the second half was phenomenal.
Namely, the defensive line. We got to give a little shout out to those big boys up front. They played a whale of a game there for the Boyne City Ramblers.
In addition to that, the only point scored in the second half for the Gladiators was on a kickoff return for a touchdown. So the Boyne City defense
buckled in.
Essentially pitched a shutout for the final 3 quarters of the game.
After that early start, and again, it wasn't like the Gladiators had a ton of trouble moving the ball even after that first quarter. We saw them kind of go 20-20 a couple times. It was just once that field got a little bit compressed, we saw that's where we started to see turnovers. That's where we started to see those penalties for the Gladiators as well. And unfortunately, Boyne City just took advantage of them late, especially namely, as we've talked about a couple times, that encroachment that neither you or I really saw there. I assume maybe it was on the secondary or something. A corner came across. I'm not sure because we didn't see it on the defensive line, but that was the play that kind of changed the whole thing.
And one thing I do want to say, did the Gladiators leave too much time on the clock for Boyne City?
That was
I don't really think so, because the Gladiators made the 3rd and 1 stop. There was roughly 20 seconds left to go in the game when that happened. And then on 4th and 1, the encroachment.
And into the
3
chunk play.
5 yards. And then after that, all bets were off because Boyne City was no longer in the shadow of their own end zone. They had a fresh set of downs.
Playing with house money.
They were playing with house money effectively because all they had to do was run the ball, and at the very worst, it would go to overtime. And they popped a big run up the left sideline to Ryan Spate, and then the play of the game from the Boyne City 37-yard line, a hook and ladder, Owen Hewitt coming out of the backfield, catching that and taking it down to the 18-yard line.
And I'd be pretty comfortable, Charles, saying that was the old Detroit Lions hook and ladder play call. It seemed like Hewitt, as soon as he caught that ball, had aspirations of pitching that ball to somebody.
Yeah, and, you know, Harrison Shepard was able to track him down, and then Boyne City, credit going back to Ryan Spate. He had just shanked a field goal on the most recent possession.
Guts.
And he missed it bad. Let's just call it what it was.
To be frank, we can say that, Ryan, because you played a whale of a game in every other
first
facet. Rather,
that first kick, he missed bad.
Yep.
The second kick was right down Broadway. It was 10 yards closer.
He didn't
roughly.
try and kick it as hard. That's all it was. He didn't pull it. He didn't allow himself to pull it. Yep.
And, you know, that's what happened in tonight's game. Let's talk about the look ahead to what both of these teams have coming up down the rest of the road. The Gladiators will be making the playoffs. They will be playing in the Division 7 District 1. That bracket will be led by the number 1 seed Menominee Maroons. Boyne City will most likely be going to Kingsley to play against the Kingsley Stags in a rematch. Boyne City lost to Kingsley 26-20. However, this Boyne City team, if they're able to get chunk plays offensively, they will be very, very challenging to beat. For the Gladiators, you know, I think that they really just got to clean up the turnovers.
Yep.
We saw the confidence that the coaching staff had in the offense. You know, with 2 minutes left, throwing it, getting big plays. We saw the throwback pass to Sam Wildfong up the sideline. We saw them being aggressive, throwing it, trying to take shots at this Boyne City secondary. They had opportunities. They just weren't able to converge on those opportunities.
And from even that first play, Charles, the one that went off Lisinski's hands, it was the plays are there, the opportunities are there. It's just a matter of, you know, and Lisinski had room in front of him on the first play too. So if they can capitalize on those and kind of clean up those mistakes, sky's the limit for this Gladiator team. They have speed, they have size. It's just a matter of, again, kind of limiting those easy ones.
We're going to step aside. I believe we've got some Gladiators joining us here this evening during our post-game show. We'll be back after this.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality. Exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union in Traverse City. We make banking secure and convenient with biometric logins and remote deposit capture. Whether you need loans, mortgages, or credit cards, we've got you covered. Manage your finances effortlessly with our online banking services. Grow your savings with our competitive rates and savings products.
Today's game is brought to you by Redmond Automotive, Pop Excavating, Cherry Capital Airport, Twin Bay Docks, American Liners, BC Pizza, Alpers Excavating, Grand Traverse Hauling, Collar Clinic, 3 West, Team Elmers, That's a Pizza, Traverse Catholic Federal Credit Union,